Hi, henchmen. Happy almost awful week. Or as the kids call it now, Kino-ween. But anyway, it's almost awful-ween. We got some spooks and some surprises and some scares for you. This is not the awful-ween episode, but it's sort of a preamble to it because we're getting into some very, very scary topics. By the way, for this year, for Halloween, I tried to dress as Mr. Burgers, but I couldn't figure out how to put on the Spider-Man mask wrong. So it doesn't look like it's going to work out. Anyway, we have been cataloging here lately a brand new cryptid, a creature, something so frightening. It's unlike anything you've seen before. This is worse than Bigfoot. This is scarier than La Chupacabra. This is something only known as the couch creature. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. The king of the couch creatures, of course, is a fella by the name of Mersh.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
Mersh, of course, lived on his boyfriend's couch for like 10 years. Royce and Mersh Lopez, Mr. and Mrs. He lived on that couch until he wore that thing out. Royce literally lives in a town that's named after couches. It's called Davenport. And Mersh is the queen of couches. I get it. So we're going to have an entire Mersh segment here for you coming up in just a bit. We will, live on the program tonight, do a world first in podcasting. We will contact a psychic, and we are going to get her to contact Mersh's dead ghost hunting sister. It's never been tried in the history of podcasting, but we will be doing it tonight. This psychic has no idea who Mersh is, no idea who the sister is. I've been contacting psychics all month long to try to make this happen, and finally tonight, you're going to see it just a little bit later in the program. But before we get to that, there's a guy that we haven't talked about in a long time, and his name is Rufio Phoenix. And Rufio has been putting out some content lately. He disappeared from the internet for a long time, okay? And all of a sudden, he came back. Now, why did he disappear? Well, we have the answer for you. And no, it's not just that PODAWFUL tricked him into believing that his girlfriend was a victim of the Red Rooms, and then she was murdered, and then she was brought back to life using a necromancer, and then another girl that he was going to try to initiate a threesome with became a zombie who was undead, and then they were both taking over Rufio's soul, and he is some sort of ever-living being reborn again and again called the Phoenix. No, it wasn't that. It was something much, much more down to earth. In fact, down to couch. Rufio's had a lot of paranormal activity. And I don't mean Chris Hansen style. I don't mean Predator stuff. He's had some legitimate paranormal activity going on in this behind the scenes. And when I say behind the scenes, I mean literally behind the scenes, like in the background of his videos. Take a look. Rufio put out this video just recently. It's called Calling Out Top G for use of LeVay's list of duck-billed platitudes. Try to type that 5 times fast into your Google search.
So, your boy was doing a little reading. And, I was going over some old books of mine that...
Okay, now we're 1 second into the video. Did you notice anything? Shall I play it for you one more time? Here, take a closer look in case you didn't see in the camouflage of Rufio's couch sheets what was going on.
So... your boy was doing a little reading. And, I was going over some old books.
It looks like your boy's doing a little picking, a little bit of gold diving, a little bit of hunting. You see, there is amongst the plethora of junk behind Rufio, there is hidden a man we now refer to as the Couch Cretin. And Couch Cretin, I guess, decided that the perfect time to start digging inside his ass would be in the middle of Rufio's big intro to his video. Now remember, Rufio disappeared from YouTube for a year, maybe longer at this point. I don't even remember. And when he finally came back, every single time he reappeared, there was a brand new, bizarre creature hanging around, lurking in the background. And one of those creatures was a lady. And that lady is the reason that Rufio disappeared. We're going to go over it tonight. This is Pod Awful.
Fucking pissed in your Skittles. I don't want to feel all the awful. You are awful to me.
Welcome, everybody. This is Pod Awful.
Yes! You know I'm autistic, right?
Happy to be here. Happy to be amongst you, the henchmen, everybody. Thank you for joining me. The goons. Oh, my God. The goons this year have been incredible. And a classic return to form. Rufio finally showed up again just in time for Awfulween. Again, Awfulween, by the way, just so you know, Awfulween is coming up on this Wednesday. This Wednesday, October 30th, will be the official true Awfulween, and I hope you will tune into that. It's free. It's free for everybody, okay? No Pizza Fund episode. Free for everybody. We're putting it out there. We want everyone to see it, and it should be a good one. It's going to finally close the book, the final chapter on the Rufio Phoenix saga known as Finding Lila. This saga began, I think it was 4 years ago now. It's a long, long time ago. Lila Gold, one of our biggest henchmen, truly one of our biggest. She was like huge in the Pod Awful scene. She was behind so many of your favorite pranks and a lot of fun stuff. And she started dating Rufio Phoenix, and she went missing. And Rufio claims to have had nothing to do with it. We have not heard from Lila in all of that time, years and years. Her family hasn't heard from her. We don't know what happened to her, and we will be closing that book for the last time. Finally, we have all the answers. I've partnered with a huge YouTube channel, and we've been working on this for 2 years now. The investigation into this, and you're going to see it this Awfulween. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Prepare for Awfulween. Thank you so much. The slowest burn, they're saying in the chat room. Yeah, it's an incredibly slow burn. People are saying happy to be here. Let me read the chat before we get into this. He looks amazing. Are you talking about me and my Spider-Man costume? Again, I'm trying to be Mr. Burgers. Mr. Burgers doesn't know how to put on a Spider-Man mask, but I can't get mine wrong enough to look like Mr. Burgers, so we'll see what happens. Red hair now. Yeah, a lot of people accuse me of having red hair, which is an odd one. Truffle hunting. I don't know why somebody said that, but good. Oh, the guy that, yes, Rufio's couch cretin, his couch creature was truffle hunting. He was finding something up this guy's digging. This guy is digging for something. Cool weed poster. They're saying, yeah, Rufio's become a whole new man. If you haven't seen Rufio in a while, this is a shocking image to come back to. Rufio, a little bit like me, Rufio's doing the Ripped by August challenge. And again, we'll get to Mersh in just a bit. Hold your horses, Mersh guys, okay? I promise you. Share that show. We'll get to that because that's going to be incredible. But Rufio has taken the Mersh challenge. He's gained a little bit of weight. He's lost a lot of bit of hair. In fact, he and Mersh are sort of merging into one uber goon, and it's going to make my life a lot easier. It's certainly going to make covering Mersh a lot more fun for me. And he's lost even more teeth, if you can believe that. So again, very similar to Mersh. A lot of dead teeth going on. And then, he got a girlfriend. Long story short, cut to the chase. He got himself a girlfriend. We've known about this girlfriend for a year. By the way, not a fake girlfriend, not a Pod Awful girlfriend, okay? He didn't go fishing for this one. This is a real woman in his actual life. We've seen her on camera. We've talked to her. And this woman set Rufio straight. Now, when I say set him straight, I mean she kept him off the internet and stopped him from catfishing himself for the past year and a half or so. But she did, of course, also bleach his hair to be this beautiful, horrific orange color. You think my hair looks red? Rufio did this bizarre, he's doing treatments now. He's trying to get his hair back. He's going massively bald. He's got a skin yarmulke going on, a flesh yarmulke going on in the background here. And so his first move was to try to bleach his hair to match, which is crazy. I mean, at that point, just be a bald guy. If your hair color is matching the skin tone of your flesh, then you are essentially saying, hey, look how high up my head is. So why not just shave it at that point? I don't know. That didn't work out, of course. It did not blend in enough. And then suddenly his roots started growing in, and it did not look good. It was basically became a drop shadow. The second his roots came back, it looked like his scalp was floating above his hair, which was an interesting look. So then his girlfriend starts concocting potions for him. Again, this is sort of a spooky episode. A little bit of the witchcraft started taking place. They started mixing together vinegar and onions and other household items they could just find inside a pantry or under the sink. I assume probably sesame seed oil or whatever else Rufio puts in his, pre-packed ramen that he thinks makes him more Japanese. And he starts rubbing that on his head. Maybe we've got that video. We'll check out that video in just a bit. We're going to go deep in to the creature. This is one of our many couch creatures tonight, known as Couch Girl. So we have Couch Cretin, we have Couch Girl, we have a host of these bizarre, a bevy of bizarre, mutilated creatures wandering around in Rufio's background, and Mersh, and another surprise cryptid for you at the end of this episode. Let's take a look what's going on with Rufio. Now, Rufio, this is shocking. I had no idea. Apparently, at some point, I mean, this makes total sense. But apparently at some point during all of this, Rufio decided he's an Andrew Tate guy. And the only question I'm left with is, how did that not happen a million times sooner? So are you excited? Because get excited. This is PODAWFUL. We're doing it.
I got excited. Very excited to see all of this.
Rufio's back, baby. And the head is bald, not haired. Let's take a look. So Rufio has this bizarre tendency where he will have guests over and he decides, hey, time for another thought log. And the strangest part of all this, you got to remember, Rufio lives in the gooniest place on earth, Maine, USA. Apparently, all of the people of Maine, it is not even bizarre to them to be on video while a guy is recording some sort of vlog. You know, in a normal human world, a guy starts telling, all of his inner thoughts about what a lady's pussy should be like, according to him, the guy paying for it. And you tend to steer clear of the video. In Rufio's world, not only do you stay on camera, but you dig inside your butthole and get naked. Let's take a look.
That most people probably don't have, that would probably be of some further use when debating with rich billionaires that probably sold their soul. All right, so I'm going to call out Andrew Tate on something he's been using notoriously for a while, and it's his quote. I'm going to quote Andrew Tate here for a minute here.
Yeah.
What is it? The rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Thank God he wrote that down, because he easily could have messed that up. Now, of course, I can't focus on fucking anything that he's saying during this whole thing. Hang on a second. Oh, wait. What? Wait, does that not work on here? Okay, no problem. I was going to put this on the big screen so you could see it here, but apparently that doesn't work. We'll just keep it like this. This is fine. Anyway, I can't focus on anything that Rufio is saying, because all I'm thinking about now is that guy who was picking in his butt earlier. Now, you might have known, listen, you'd have to really, really keep up with Rufio to realize this at all. But Rufio's place, despite the way it looks right here, is actually much, much cleaner than it used to be. And it's because he's got a woman in his life. Now, I heard through the grapevine that the woman had finally left Rufio. So lo and behold, I'm incredibly shocked when the next thing that happens in this video happens. Check this out.
He said this a bunch of times, and it got me thinking, because I'm like, hold on. I came from a wealthy family, but I'm not getting richer. So wait, hold on. What's happening here? So I remember looking.
I have to know what Rufio's threshold for wealth is. Is it having a job?
Back into this book, The Devil's Notebook by Anton Zander LaVey. And in this book, on page 18 and 19, there's a list of duck-billed platitudes. In other words, weak retorts. One of which is the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. The rich do get richer, but the poor, having little or nothing to lose, can only get richer if diligence will not work.
Okay, now we're getting our first peek at the guy in the background. He's really rolled over. He had his hoodie up before. And take a look. It appears to be one of the guys that works for Sam Hyde, you know, one of those wiggers. I think he's one of them.
Charity will. God, I love that because, like, just think for a minute. What if Andrew Tate
Look out behind you, Rufio. There's a member of the Crips, and he's coming for you.
gave all his money? What if Elon Musk gave all, at least...
Yep, and ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take off your shirts at home, if you got them. Now, keep in mind, the equivalent of this is if instead of behind me, I was playing this video on screen, I just had this guy actually in the room with me. Think of how terrified you would be. Think of how horrific a situation. You would be screaming. It would be like black people at the movie theater. You'd be standing up in front of your computer going, Jesse, behind you, look out! Ah! And I'm just acting like it's totally normal. It's that scene in a horror movie when you can see the killer coming out of the shadows. No. This guy starts taking off his shirt, and you're like, uh-oh, Rufio. Now, is this your boyfriend? Like, I mean, this is such a bizarre thing. Rufio has been known throughout the years to be such a nice guy that he opens up his couch to any homeless vagrant that needs a place to stay. It seems like a nice thing until you remember that Rufio doesn't have a job, he's renting this place, which means his parents and you, the taxpayer, are renting this place. This has just become a flop house for vagrants. And this is a multi-unit building he's in. There are downstairs neighbors that probably don't want these vagabonds wandering in and fro. Speaking of fro, here's Rufio's couch cretin. Now, couch cretin appears to be, and I have to describe this for the audio people out there. There's people who just listen to the podcast version, of course, just so you get a good idea of what's going on here. This is in no way racist. It's just a descriptor. You know what black people look like? And then you also know what like a Hispanic loafer looks like. And then you know what like just a wigger looks like. Yeah, he's all of them. Somehow they all came together and decided to create the perfect storm of guy who lives on a couch. And of course, wigger, you know, we're going to talk about Mersh here in a bit. Wigger is like really the only necessary component of that. But when you picture in your mind, if you were to tell an AI, create the guy who sleeps on a couch, they would make this guy. In fact, it might be too good. He's got the correct number of fingers and everything. It's almost uncanny.
A good, healthy portion of his money to the people. Like, no longer need.
He's hairless, by the way. So I don't know if there is some sort of sexual liaison going on between. This sort of is Rufio's Iggly buff. You know, there's a hairless, twink-like quality to this guy that instantly brings questions to a normal heterosexual man's mind. But Rufio is no homo. Okay? And I mean that in the black sense where you're allowed to say it for some reason. Rufio is man through and through. He loves ladies. He loves them like, I don't know, like this guy who sleeps on his couch loves his couch. Must feel pretty fucking nice compared to the pavement where he was before. Rufio will pick up literally any single freak, mutant or otherwise, crawling out of the sewer and go, oh, you need a place to crash? Let me schedule you in. This is Rufio's B&B. This is Pheonix B&B at this point. You are welcome to his gyoza, his pan-fried gyoza, his steak and peaches and popcorn. Everything is on the house as long as the couch is open. Now, this is the toughest part. You know, there's a housing crisis, and Maine is no stranger to this either. There's all of these Somalians. So Maine has like one of the highest populations of Somalians of anywhere outside of, you guessed it, Somalia. And it's becoming an absolute horrific crisis. They're overrunning the streets. They're flooding everything. So the housing market is crazy in Maine. Rufio's home is now booked up through. There's not even a busy season. The whole year, Rufio's couch, somebody's got it locked down. Rufio might as well be running a soup kitchen. The only trade-off, again, he doesn't charge anyone for this. And a lot of people think, oh, it's like a drug thing. Rufio, these guys are bringing him meth. They're bringing him weed or whatever. No. The only trade-off is how comfortable are you appearing on PODAWFUL? Because it's going to fucking happen. He has to know. He has to know uploading this video. There's a part of us where when we watch these things, you know, in the cult, we've seen this already. And we look at this and we go, does he watch this after the fact? Does he know that the guy was doing all of this?
Of tax or any of that, like remove those things. I'm sure they've already got that figured out.
You know what this guy looks like? He looks like Comedy She-Man's girlfriend from he looks like the Crying Game. This is basically the Crying Game if she let her beard go.
You know? But I'm just thinking, hold up, these people want me to pay them to learn how to make money? Bitch, I don't need that. I already have a portfolio file. What do you mean? You know?
What do you mean, Rufio? It is so hard to even pick out what to cover here. The stupid things that Rufio's lying about where he's got money, but also he's not rich enough. Or, of course, the guy who is now have been woken up by the insane ramblings of Rufio. He was dead asleep. You got to understand, Rufio walked in here. He went, well, it's my house. I'm allowed. There's my computer. He just fired this thing up. This guy was dead asleep. He's waking up to this. He didn't know that he'd done a little tapeworm search at the top of the video. He didn't know this was rolling. Now that he's with it, he's waking up. He's searching. He's like, where's the weed? Where's my pipe?
Like, but...
He's checking his phone. What, do you have like a big meeting coming up at some point? Oh, he's applying to be a librarian, I'm sure.
Another one that really sat in with me was this other one. What is it? All the world loves a lover. Now, to some extent, that might be true. But
sure,
bosses hate lovers because they can't keep their minds on their work. The loveless hate lovers because they are envious or jealous of the lovers. Even lovers have little patience with other lovers. They consider another...
Well, somebody, for the love of God, start drawing the couch creature like one of your French girls.
Choice of love, an object...
I'm not sure I'm allowed to... There's almost too much breast tissue happening on this guy that I'm not sure I'm allowed to even have this on YouTube. I don't know how Rufio's video has survived this long.
Inferior to their own.
Okay. Now, are you zeroing in what I'm zeroing in on? There is a stack of Domino's pizza boxes over at Couch Creature's feet there. And it's really crazy. I mean, 1, 2, 3. There's 4 visible pizza boxes. So Rufio and this guy are having pizza parties together. And I don't know, maybe it's because they're, getting prepared to canvass for Kamala Harris or something. Probably a lot of pizza parties going on right now in Washington, if I had to guess. But the pizza's not done. You think I have a pizza fund? Wait until you see this.
Damn. I should have just been reading these books when it came down to half of the people's fucking, agenda or argument or referendum or...
Ladies and gentlemen, couch girl. Couch cretin, meet couch girl. You live together now, apparently. So this woman supposedly left Rufio. We got to figure out the entire story behind this because it is insane. And of course, what's she walking in with? A pizza box. But here's the psycho part. All right? Here's the part that only I would even care about. It's not a Domino's pizza box, which means this is not the same pizza from the pizza party from before. They're doing pizza every day. They're sampling. They're trying out new things, seeing where it goes when it comes to pizza. And this girl, when she first walked in, let's roll this back. She has been dealing with Rufio's thought logs for long enough now that she shouldn't be shocked by this, but she still is. Look at this.
Damn. I should have just been reading these books.
Look at her. She stops dead in her tracks here for just a slight moment. Just the tiniest little moment.
Damn. I should have just been reading these books when it came down to half of the people's fucking, like, agenda.
Now she's trying to seem cool with it. She's trying to, like, okay, act cool. Don't let him know. Trust me, honey, he's not going to notice. He doesn't notice the guy digging himself. This man might as well have a fucking highlight scoop or something going on back there. He is the treasure could not be buried deep enough for him not to find it. Rufio doesn't give a shit about that. He's not going to care about you bringing in his 50th pizza of the evening. Don't worry. Just keep walking.
I should have just been reading these books when it came down to half of the people's fucking, like, agenda or argument or referendum.
There's so many pizza boxes all over this place that she doesn't even know where to put it at this point. She's looking. There's Monster energy drink cans everywhere. They're having to clear off. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. Couch Cretin, he starts sliding over, making room, not for the pizza box, but as if he thinks the couch girl is going to climb into their mutant sack and they're going to get to whatever they get up to. They're about to make they're going to make a love seat together.
Or rhetoric in general when regarding anyone popular on social media.
Look, she's having to clean. She's tucking cans under her arm. She's picking up a half-drunk ginger ale.
Talking about how y'all have kind of like sold your soul to the devil.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Rufio's talking about the devil right now. Did you even remember? How could you? Rufio, before you upload it, just zoom the video in right on your face. Now, that's distracting enough already. But at the very least, maybe I would have noticed by now that not only are you covering Satanism in an Andrew Tate video, but you also keep calling the guy Anton. What is it? What is his middle name? Anton Xander LaVey. Rufio will fall for anything like this. Anything that makes it seem even more occult, even more otherworldly. He wishes, he prays that he was smart enough to have come up with a cool fake middle name. You know, his name ain't Rufio Phoenix. He lies and says that's his legal name. His name's fucking Brandon. All right? And his middle name's Michael. Maybe some of the most boring. Anton LaVey, I don't know what his real name is, but if I had to guess, it's Tony Silverstein. I'm just taking a wild stab in the dark here. And at some point, Anton LaVey was like, well, I'm the devil. I'm like basically Satan's boyfriend or whatever. I don't know what Satanists believe. He's the Muhammad of Satan. Which actually, now that I think about it, maybe Muhammad is the Muhammad of Satan. But anyway, he was like, I got to have I can't just be Anton LaVey. I mean, Anton LaVey already sounds pretty evil. It does sound like a guy who not only is bald, but has a mirror universe goatee. What else can you do? And then he does this. He goes wild with it. He's like, my middle name is Xandor. And they're like, oh, you mean Xander? Like X-A? That sounds pretty badass, an X. And he's like, no. It's even crazier. This is how fucking embarrassing Satanists are. No, it's actually spookier. It's with an S, like a snake. And they're like, that's not that cool. He's like, what if I told you there was a Z in there too? Huh? And they're like, where? Where would the Z go? What about after the S? It's very kind of honestly black of him to do. But Rufio, they print Anton as if there's another Anton LaVey. It's not like he was one of these mass murderer, serial killer guys where you got to put the middle name in case there's another. There's one Anton LaVey. We don't really need the middle name. So why they put it on the cover of the book? Because guys like Rufio hear that and they go, yes, Edgar Allan Poe. Yes, I am a learned man. Here's what I've learned from my dark teachings, my spirit passenger.
Talking about how y'all have kind of like sold your soul to the devil. You actually did.
Oh.
Like, you may not know it. You may be like, agitate. No, I haven't. I'm a man. I have my sword. Cool, so do I. But
yeah, I was just about to say, your takedown, when you're Rufio Phoenix, your takedown of a guy cannot be that you have a sword. The guy's you have a sword. You are famous for one thing and one thing only. And it's taking a sword and throwing it into your own floor and proclaiming magic is real. She lives! Classic Awful Ween episode. Go back, watch that on the Pizza Fund. Free episode, by the way. You don't have to have an account. PODAWFUL.com for that one. Yeah, Rufio is Mr. Sword. Rufio thinks you can channel magic through a sword. He named his sword. I was going to say the sentence, he named his sword Enlightenment Wind, which is, I could do a whole show just on that. But then I realized I can just stop at, he named his sword. That's already a bizarre thing to do. That's what you do if you live inside of a comic book, and the comic book is written from right to left.
I have you right here on page 18 quoted, before your time.
Ooh, you see that? That's one of these satanic hand symbols that he's doing. And he's also attempting to cover up the fact that Couch Cretin is about to start jacking off, probably.
Get good, scrub.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rufio Phoenix. That's just a tiny little intro to Couch Cretin. There's so much more Couch Cretin going on. Now, here's an odd thing. I told you already that I'm pretty sure Rufio's girlfriend, Couch Girl, broke up with him. And then all of a sudden, she started appearing in his videos again. Okay? And then new creatures start showing up in his videos. Let's take a look at this. Here is Rufio. He's been uploading so much music to his account. It's really annoying. What we really want are the thought logs. And what Rufio thinks we want is the worst music ever produced. And using the word produced is a kindness that I should not have in my heart. The fact that I've had to listen to these atrocities of sound is a consequence that I will never recover from. Rufio's idea of music, I should just play you some of his music. His idea, I guess I'm about to play you some of his music. His idea of music is poorly strumming a guitar or a bass, looping the best part he managed to capture on camera with the in-camera audio, and then putting a random drum machine underneath it. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. Couch Girl, some brand new couch creature. We haven't even developed a name for this guy yet. They're jamming. They're doing a sort of, the Country Bear Jamboree. This is the Couch Bear Jamboree. They're forming a band now. And of course, this guy is as much of a skeezer as you would assume he would be. By the way, Rufio's kind of set tripping here. The last guy's wearing the blue. He had a full-on bandana costume. I keep a blue flag hanging down my backside, only on the left side. Yeah, that's a Crip side. That type of bandana, whatever that print is called, he had it, but across his entire suit, his entire hooded suit that he was wearing. This guy's now got on a red bandana. Rufio, I don't know. Was there a peace talk or something? Did this happen where we all agreed to lay down our weapons and figure this out? So Rufio turns around and gives us one of our first good looks at his flesh yarmulke. this episode. Now, you can see the blonde camouflage kind of working here. A little bit. Not bad. Could be worse, but this is an older video. Things got a little out of hand a little later on. Ooh. Let's zoom in a little bit. Now, Couch Girl is sitting there. And Couch Girl, we haven't really talked about the way Couch Girl looks. Couch Girl, how do I best describe her? Have you ever heard of a blue whale? Imagine if it was black. Now, I don't mean she is a black person. She's wearing black. And I don't mean she would be blue otherwise. She is pale as snow. But a whale is actually not a good enough descriptor. She's sort of got a Boss Nassian, sort of Bib Fortune-ish kind of, what do you even call a gobbler? She's sort of got a bit of a goobler going on underneath her chin here, and she's retracting her head into its shell until the fleshy shell sort of builds itself up. She's sort of, listen, fellas, you know when you jump in a cold pool? Her head's about to do that from the terrible sounds coming out of these guitars. Okay? She's doing stank face. Now, usually, if she were a black whale, she'd be going, ooh, and it'd be a good thing, Black guy hears a good beat the first time. He's like, ah, yuck, yucky. She's doing stank face, and it could be her disgusting big bare feet. It could be that ass that don't quit. But I wish it fucking would, because now it's fired. It could be these stenches that are being released through the stretched to its fucking limit lycra around her thighs and ass. It could even be the lost bits of Cheeto and Dominoes inside these folds on her arms. It could even be a little bit of steak and peaches that have found their way between chin number 1, chin number 2, and chin number 3. It could be any of those things that she's making that face at, but I have a feeling it's probably this music. So she's got this very skeptical look on her face, and then it becomes a look of absolute agony. She's actually in pain from what she's having to listen to with Skeezer. We're going to call this guy Skeezer, by the way. So it's a couch creature known as Couch Skeezer. Couch Girl. And by the way, Couch Girl missing a tooth. The perfect woman. Rufio's perfect woman. If Rufio was on an elevator and the doors opened up and his perfect woman walked in, by God, I tell you, she'd be missing a tooth. Her neck would be bigger than her chin. Her head would be retracting into it. She'd probably have a fucking cock. And he would have gay sex with her instantly. Now she's just straight up laughing at him. Hang on a second. You know what I'm going to do? I know how to fix my little problem here. We're going to take this. We're going to put it over here. And then I think we should be able to do it. Yeah, look at that. That worked. Yeah, let's take a good hard look at this. So watch her just straight up laugh at them. Now, all they're doing is tuning up right now. And it's still enough for her to be like, wow, really? This is what we're doing? He cut it. It was so bad. There was Rufio never edits. And he cut out her just bursting into laughter at whatever sounds he was making. Yeah, it's a 12. They're pointing out in the chat, it's a 12 string. Very in tune, they're saying. Rufio's the type of guy, if he could afford one of those double-necked, like flying where the two necks go out two different directions. Where do you even strum? Where do you even strum on this thing? That's what he would have. A guy who tells you that he's got human nocturnalism as if it's a superpower, that's the kind of guy who would probably You know, I'm not sure he's ever played a real instrument in his life. I don't know if he's ever gone with the basic route. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Didn't know. Look at Couch Girl. Watch that. Watch. Okay, so Rufio starts playing. I don't believe that this is his guitar because I just noticed that it's got a black power fist on it. But hey, if it is your guitar, Rufio, thank you. From one brother to another. Thank you. Now, from this angle, by the way, from the side view, you can kind of make out the flesh yarmulke a little bit better because it becomes this like odd slope in the back of Rufio's head where it's as if somebody just cut off a piece. It's like somebody's literally cutting corners. God cut corners when he made Rufio. No surprise to anybody, but now we can see it with our own eyes. And then look at Couch Girl. She's making this face like, oh, what are you doing? And this is going to become a running theme in this entire episode. Rufio is such a kind soul that he allows these mutants to live on his couch, presumably rent-free, just like him. He is so nice, so magnanimous. He opens up not only his heart, but his home to these vile creatures. And they continuously, over and over again, have the absolute nerve to treat Rufio with disrespect in the background of every single video. I'm not talking about just taking your middle finger and going in for a swirly. In the background of every single one of these videos, these people are openly mocking Rufio. For exactly 1 year now, we haven't really covered Rufio at all because he hasn't been on the internet. And somehow, in that absence, Rufio managed to not only find one real-life PODAWFUL to make fun of him, his own girlfriend, but he's managed to let in 1 million of them. PODAWFUL now exists in the minds of these Mennonites who are taking up residence at Rufio's home. I'm not kidding. I wouldn't be shocked to find out that one of these sick freaks is a henchman. PODAWFUL now lives rent-free, not only in Rufio's mind, but his couch. This is happening. Take a look. Just to be clear, I feel like this has to be cleared up. They're not listening to this drum. This drum track is applied after the fact. Okay. And I know you're thinking like, oh, he's off beat. Well, yeah, but there never could have been there was no beat when he did it, and he has no rhythm. So you got to kind of cut him a little bit of slack, you know? It'd be hard for you to stay on beat too if there was no beat and it was applied after the fact and it was just dropped on the timeline with no thought. PODAWFUL owns your couch. They say in the chat room. That's right. By the way, I mean, you know, as bad as this is, and as much as I'm going to make fun, like anybody who listens to Tool, this is the same thing. As far as I know, this is set to the Fibonacci sequence, and you can't convince me otherwise, to be honest. Because how do you set music to a spiral you draw on your notebook while thinking that you're a Mr. Intelligence? It's never been explained. You know, as many times as these people say that these guys are, you know, mathematical geniuses creating this music, I've never had anybody tell me how music lines up with a golden ratio at all. Oh, because the beats and no, that's not how, that doesn't, when I'm listening to it, my head's not going, whoa, 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 whoa. So for all I know, Rufio's got something figured out here. Now, Now, Skeezer's back there, and he's just talking with Couch Girl. He's acting like none of this is even happening. They're just having a good time. They're probably smoking Rufio's weed. And Couch Girl is violently laughing at Rufio every single time she looks over at him. You can't do this to the man. You can't do this to the man. They're literally pointing and laughing at him. Wait, what happened? Where'd it go? That was weird. Oh my God, we've lost our place. Okay, well, I just got to find the part where she literally sits up and points and laughs at him and looks over at Skeezer and goes, "Can you believe this? Can you believe this idiot? I'm dating him." Look at this. Look. She's going, "See, he's recording. Can you believe it? He's fucking recording this right now. No, not us. Don't worry. Not us. He thinks that he's playing well. I'm not kidding." This is what they're doing. They're sitting on the couch. They're going, "I'm not kidding. He's going to just drop a random drum track over this." Yes. Go subscribe to him on YouTube. You will never believe. Have you heard of PODAWFUL? You have? You're from the Discord too? Just zero respect. So now you're confused a little bit here because now it is cut back to Rufio with his back to the camera once again. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, okay, this is just a new part where now he's just showing the other guy playing. No. Rufio thinks that he's cutting back and forth like to make, like the same way you would do in Fruity Loops where you would use a little part of the track and then repeat it later on. That's what he's doing. We're rewatching footage now. Okay, he's going to cut back and forth and make a song out of this. For some reason, he does a Pepsi product placement in the middle of this. Oh, and then I notice something. Rufio turns around and gives one of the most evil looks I've ever seen to camera.
Well, I think you're going to be very happy knowing you don't have to worry about me like shitting my pants.
He looks dead at us. It's as if he knows. It's as if he knows that PODAWFUL will one day be looking at this very moment. And he wants me to know, oh, no, Jesse. No matter what you do, no matter what you think, I'm 2 steps ahead of you.
I would rather be the one to make someone a victim than be the victim.
And then I think to myself, maybe Rufio's got this all figured out. He's got women coming in and out of the apartment serving him. He's got his buddies over. He's enjoying music. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a worry. He doesn't have a care in the world. This man might have it all fucking figured out. Maybe the joke is on me. And then I noticed his disgusting fucking foot.
It's been nothing but a fucking filthy nigger.
Oh, no way. You can't play that one on the show. Not on YouTube. Sorry about that. Never mind. Okay, take a close look at Rufio's foot here for a second. Now, maybe with it not being in motion, it's kind of hard to tell. Let me just back it up a little bit here. But I just want you to focus in on the soles of his feet. Because a lot of people will tell you the sole of the foot is the window to the soul. But this window is covered in soot. He has pads. It's like a dog's foot. I might as well be seeing a dew claw hanging out the back of this thing. It is a layer of caked on filth so thick that Rufio no longer requires shoes. He's true Shabudin. He's Ninja Shaputin or whatever that fucking word. He's a Ronin. He's a traveling man. He wanders around. You know, those guys wore those fucking clunky wooden stupid sandals where there's 2 little Lincoln logs across the bottom for some reason. I don't know why. And that probably made their feet pretty rough. Rufio has a foot like a brick. This thing is one solid piece. It's like when they try to sell you on a MacBook and they're like, it's a single piece of aluminum. This foot, there's no toes, there's no individuality between them. It's a solid black line across. They've crusted together. This is like a wood-fired pizza where it's got that ring of black bubbles around the crust, and you go, that means it's good. And then you eat it, and it's like, I'm eating charcoal. I'd still rather eat the pizza than Rufio's foot, of course. But there's probably some guys out there with a fetish. Whoop. And now he's just wiggling it. He's wiggling the toe in time. And then I remember Rufio has claimed many, many things about his heritage. He's claimed he was Japanese. He's claimed he's Irish. He's somehow 100% Irish. He's Japanese. He also has claimed that he's Native American. And I realize now what tribe he's from. The Sioux. Yeah! Free bird! Or anything other than this! Stare deep into the foot. Know the foot. Love the foot. Smell the bouquet. Yeah. Back to Rufio. It's got a real great beat you can dance to. Skeezer's in the background trying to show her how a guitar is actually meant to be played. He's like, yes, actually, what you're supposed to do is go like this. What you're supposed to do is do one of these. What Rufio's doing is he has to look at the fret, by the way. And then she laughs. He just explains to her how a guitar works. She goes to check in on Rufio, and she does a giggle when she sees what's actually going on. Thank you. And Cole figures it out in the chat. So what was she doing stank face to at the beginning of this video? It was, of course, Rufio's fucking foot. Play us out, Rufio. This is a song. Rufio is sort of a young Phil Spector. Speaking of Spectors, we're going to talk to Mersh's dead sister in just a few minutes.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PODAWFUL.pizza. Pizza. PODAWFUL.pizza.
Okay. In the chat room, Strib says building a wall of round. Love it. So we're gonna call our psychic. I think this is I think she's ready now, finally. We're gonna open the show with this. I've been trying all month to get a psychic on this show. Psychics really don't want to do this sort of thing anymore. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, she doesn't have the link to the show. I realized at a certain point I have to lie to these psychics and tell them. So I've been telling them that I am from a show called Paratalk Radio. Okay. So my name is Ted Van Son, and I'm from Paratalk Radio. And if you recall, Ted Van Son is a goon that we also ran off the internet permanently. He doesn't do his show Paratalk Radio anymore because he was discovered to be normal. The kind you were thinking of, come get 'em boy style. So she thinks she's about to talk to Ted Van Son of Paratalk Radio. It's the only way I could get anybody to agree to this event. Let me just check in and see if we are ready to go here, because I just saw she messaged. All right, let me check. Hey, Sylvie, are you ready to go? We had to do a sound check ahead of time, so hopefully this fucking works. Sylvie. All right, she's typing. Sure. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Psychic Sylvie. Now, Psychic Sylvie, I did a far and wide search for Psychic Sylvie. Psychic Sylvie happens to be from the New York area, where, of course, Mersh's sister is from. Now, if you don't know, actually, let me open this up here real quick. Open link. Yeah, this is Mersh's sister, which I think is probably important to know. This is, of course, a lady by the name of Tess Raven Shield. And if you don't know the full story, we've covered her a little bit in the past before. She was a ghost hunter. We respect her. She was a friend of the show. We respect her immensely. She was. So this, by the way, we do this with full regard and respect and everything. All right. I'm actually doing this hoping it'll be kind of a nice thing for Mersh. You see, Tess Raven Sheely was Mersh's sister. And I say was because while we were live covering one of Mersh's most bizarre, most made fun of meltdowns of all time, where he had literally shaved himself bald and was telling me that he was molested, we actually found out that Mersh's sister had passed away. Actually, it was right before that. It was right before that. That's what led to the meltdown. I'm sorry. We were live on the show. We found out that she had passed away live while making fun of Mersh for being a big fatso. Okay, hang on a second. Let me just tell Psychic Sylvie something here. Oh, she doesn't know how that works. I will call you. Don't worry. Just 1 second. Setting it up. Okay, so yeah, Mersh. We found out live that Mersh's sister had passed away, and it was kind of hard to keep doing the show at that point. I felt bad for Mersh, and somehow, despite my generosity of sort of lightening up on him after finding that out, he had this insane, epic meltdown. And his family started to GoFundMe for Tess, who, by the way, I don't think her real name is Tess. I think her real name is Diane. But she apparently went by Tess. She was also known as Raven. And, of course, she was a ghost hunter. I figure what better time of the year than right around Awfulween to contact a ghost hunter. Now the hunter has become the hunted. So I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I can find a ghost hunter or psychic, somebody. I went far and wide trying to find somebody. I found this Psychic Sylvie. And she finally was the only person who agreed to this. I don't know if she's any good. I don't know how this is going to go. I should probably show you real quick this. Speaking of couch creatures, Mersh, of course, is the original couch creature, and we have a wild buffalo hump Mersh spotting. This is real. This just happened last night, apparently. He didn't tell anybody he was doing a live appearance. He never does, because he's afraid that PODAWFUL will show up, and he knows that people will make fun of him. And then he took this photo where he's wearing a shirt that says Guns for Lards, And this is a shirt he's had for years now. You would think he'd just get a new one printed, but no. His idea now, so we've made fun of him a little too often for wearing the blazer to hide the krang in his belly. So now he started wearing, I was going to say that somebody beat me to it on Twitter. He started wearing a Michael J. Fox life preserver, a Back to the Future vest. He thinks that's going to cover this up, but we're looking deep down the barrel of the triangle, straight on into infinity here. If you stare too deeply, I warn you, please, if you have children, put them to bed now. Wake the neighbors, phone the police, because if you stare way, way too deeply into this, you may be lost for good. And of course, Mersh spent so many years sleeping on Royce's couch that it inverted his genitalia into this triangulation. I don't know, maybe the psychic will know something about that as well. So let's call our psychic Sylvie, and see if we can get her on the line here and see if we can find out a little something. I'm not giving her any info ahead of time, by the way. She doesn't know anything that we're going to speak about. I'm going to be very careful not to say these names. Psychic Sylvie? Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, there we go. So everybody, please welcome to the show, to Paratalk Radio, Psychic Sylvie. Psychic Sylvie, thank you so much for being here. I normally have, I told you this in our emails, but I normally have a psychic co-host named Psychic Cindy. I'm sure you saw that when I sent you the link to my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
She's very, as I'm sure you are, she's very busy this time of year. And
for sure.
So I was hoping that we could do sort of a little tiny reading because somebody near to me and our show was lost recently. You speak to the dead?
Yeah, I do. I'm a medium.
So I understand mediumship is talking to the dead. And then is that the same thing as a psychic, or do you actually sit there and predict the future, or is it more of a feeling, or what is it with you?
You gather it's about being in touch with the energy, of what's going on around, like the situation or whatever you're asking about. And, you just feel the energy and get your downloads from the ether, kind of you just kind of get answers. They just pop in your head sometimes.
Okay. So are you feeling anything now? Do we have to do anything to sort of get into this? Because I was hoping, I don't want the listeners or the viewers to think that this was pre-set up. So I was hoping to not have to give you too much info to go into this. What do you need from me?
No, I prefer not to get any info because I think it works better that way, especially to confirm, and you don't have to tell me if I'm correct, but
okay. I don't mind. Yeah. I don't mind confirming anything. Okay. So,
okay. Yeah. Okay.
So just to give you the basics, if if you need to know, just to reach out into the sort of the ether, as you said it.
I'm gonna need a moment, just a little moment to clear my mind.
Okay. So who we're trying to connect to here is the sister of someone close to the show.
Okay. Okay.
Are you picking?
Spirit. The acquaintance of this Jesse PS. A sister, you were saying?
A sister. Yeah, a sister.
Okay, sister. All right. Okay, I'm seeing a female. Female, you know how it is these days. No, I'm just kidding. Female. Oh, okay. Yeah. A female, but she looks, I don't know, she's got an interesting look about her.
Yeah.
Seeing her.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very dark sided almost, like a dark soul,
Okay, yeah, that actually does make sense. I think we might be on the right track.
Interesting.
Do you see a name or anything, or do you?
Yeah. It starts. I don't know. I'm getting two names. I'm getting one with a T.
Okay.
And then one with a D.
T. Yeah. Well, that actually does make sense. I think we're on the right track here.
Okay. Yeah. Tessa? Does
Te-
that sound like anything? I don't know.
Tesla.
It's weird.
Well,
Like, is
Tesla is
that
an
Jessica?
all right. Can I be honest with you? I'm a
Mhm.
skeptic. So
Okay.
my job on the show when I'm with Cindy is
Mhm.
I'm sort of the skeptic. She's the psychic. So I don't want to give you two, but you did say Tesla, which is just an electric car.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, yeah, it is weird. But wait, why did you say weird?
Yeah, it's just like because it's like a vehicle, right? I'm getting some symbolism coming through. Just I have to give it time to focus, like the image. It looks like it's a vehicle.
A
A
vehicle?
vehicle
Okay,
was there a vehicle or
I'll be honest, I was actually kind of impressed so far, and now you've lost me entirely. A vehicle? What does that even mean? What do you see?
just like a wreckage? But I'm sorry, this is kind of this is a different energy. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention like it's a different energy. But we can get back to the what you're because like I'm trying to connect back to this
Whoa,
energy.
wait. I'm sorry. You're saying a different spirit is sort of giving you this image, or what?
Yeah. It's weird. It's just like it's related to this one in some way. I'm not sure. Maybe if we figure out who
Okay,
this person is.
so I'll tell you this much: the person we're talking to is Tess, or that I was
Uh-huh.
hoping to talk to is Tess. She's the sister of someone I know, and there is sort of a vehicle involved. I mean, yeah, that actually is right.
Oh.
She didn't die from anything involving a vehicle. So
No.
that's wrong.
Hmm.
What are you seeing?
Like a I don't know. It's like sometimes the spirits will tell me, with their words, and I just thought this would be kind of funny to quote. It just sounds so funny. And it's a younger gentleman, and he's saying it's like it was just like a Paul Walker scene.
Oh my god.
I think
Yeah, he died. Okay, so yeah, her son did die Paul Walker style. Is that what it is?
yes, that's it's actually funny, but
Well, it's not
I
funny.
didn't want to be disrespectful. I just don't.
Well, I don't find that funny at all. But her son did crash and die. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you've
Well,
actually you're in contact with her son as well, because he crashed his car and obliterated. He burned up, and then she passed after him.
yeah, they've been kind of yelling over top of each other, sort of. It just seems like that energy, that frantic, very disorienting energy.
Wow.
Very chaotic, very chaotic. They're so tortured. It seems like.
Why? Well, what makes them seem so tortured? Do they say anything?
It's just like so much hatred and anger, and
No, she loved her. I'm not going to let that stand. She loved her son. I don't, as much as I well, all right, I'll just say this. The guy that we're doing this for, he and I don't get along so well, but even I won't stand for that. She absolutely got along with it.
No. Well, no, like the spirits are not mad at each other. They're mad at me.
Oh.
Or rather, they're trying to tell me that I need to say something.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's like their anger is directed outwards at us and not within each other.
How angry at us? Angry at us for what?
It's like they can't rest. Something happened. Like it's connected to the woman's death. I'm hearing.
Okay. Yeah, actually it's kind of, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of a mystery. Nobody's quite, some people are saying that it might have been suicide, but then other people say it wasn't. I think her family says it wasn't. So I don't actually know how she died, but I don't see how I would be involved.
Was she sick by any chance, or?
I don't know. Why?
I don't know. I'm seeing hospital bills. Something with hospital bills it kind of exacerbated things. They're saying that there was just not enough money, and like a decision had to be made based on this.
Sorry, this one's not a hit for me. I'm sorry. I don't know. The money. I mean, her brother doesn't really make a lot of money, but that's about it.
Let me see. Okay, they're showing me a number.
A number? Okay.
Yes, it's a 3. What's that usually? about?
3?
I don't know.
No.
I'm thinking maybe it's
4,
like
4,
some
maybe.
numerology or something. What does 3 mean? Like,
I don't
what's
know.
about?
I don't know what 3. This doesn't make.
Well, wait. They're giving me another number. 37. 37.
37? I
Is
don't know.
that
Is that like the
significant in
meaning of
any
the
way?
universe or no? Not to me.
Okay, that's. Wait.
37? What does that have to do with anything?
Wait. 376. 376.
No.
Just money. Wait.
Wait.
We
So
were just
she
talking-
needed $376 just to live?
Yes. That's what she was. Yes. That
You're
is it.
telling me that if she had been given $376, she would have lived because of some hospital bill?
Yes. Oh my God. And she's also saying it's all his fault. His?
Mersh? Are you? Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. Are you picking up the name of anybody specific?
Yeah, I thought it was Marsh, but you said Mersh.
Okay, all right. I'm not, okay. I'm kind of buying, some of this is making sense. Some of this is not. I'm not fully buying this. If you can give me even the beginning of because his name's not really Mersh. If you can even get kind of part of the way there, then maybe this is something.
Okay. I see an M.
Well, that's Mersh.
I mean, they're telling me the name. I don't want to dox, because if this person, you're telling me this person's still alive.
You know what doxing is? You're a psychic. You know what doxing is?
Well, that's what they're telling me that he's been talking
alive.
about.
Yeah, I mean, he's sort of alive. He's kind of
Because they're
barely
watching
hanging
him.
on.
You know that the dead watch you.
If you
so
call
whenever...
that living.
Sorry, that was disrespectful.
Sorry, that was just, I was playing a sound effect. That was disrespectful of me, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, part of him is alive. I don't know about the whole thing, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they observe him and they're angry. I think they're. But yes, they're saying Mike Sheely.
Oh my God, you're the real deal. That's incredible. Is there anything else? Is there anybody? Okay, like for instance, I don't know if you know this, but his sister was a ghost hunter. So I thought that was kind of fascinating that she's a woman who actually had a little bit of psychic mediumship abilities herself. And she would go around ghost hunting in Long Island, which I know you're not far away from, in like the Mastic area of Long Island. She's part of this ghost hunting team. So I was wondering, I assume probably some spirits or something have kind of surrounded her in the afterlife, considering her connection to them. Is there anything with that?
Yeah. She's very connected to witchcraft.
Witchcraft? Yeah, she was kind of into witchcraft. That's true.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think I'm getting something about another. Oh, her mom. Okay. There's a mom. I guess, does he have a mom that died too?
Yeah. Is she on the other side?
It's weird. It's like she's further. Well, they're telling me that because I can kind of hear her, but she's so far away that I can't really make it out too well. But they're telling me that she's in hell. I'm sorry. That was.
She's saying her mom's in hell.
Yeah, and they're saying if she had lived longer, she would have been able to break the curse that put her there.
Oh, there's a curse now as well? This is getting crazy.
Yeah, she's been messing with the evil spirits.
It sounds like the spirit realm is furious with her.
Yeah. Are
there any other spirits? Oh, well, what about Mersh's dad? His dad's dead too. Is he over there?
Oh, that's.
You can just say it. Listen, anything you're picking up, just say it, okay?
He's in the other side of hell.
He's on the other side of hell. Like,
yeah, he just walking away
Jewish
from it.
heaven.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is so funny to you, a professional. This really
I'm
is.
sorry. Like, it's just, she's still complaining about him now.
Is he saying any? Are you able to reach people in hell? How does that work? Are you able to speak to the dead in hell?
No, I'm talking about the daughter. She's still saying like all kinds of crap.
Okay, I see.
But
she's kind of talking shit.
She's confirming. Yeah, she's trying. She's really. upset about the 376.
Are you able to pick up what happens? Can you speak to people in hell?
Yeah, I can try.
What does it, if you can contact Mersh's father, because he referred to his father as a lolcow, a local lolcow. I would love to hear if Mersh's father had anything specific to say about him. I've always wondered this.
Okay. Mersh's father.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, he has nothing. I don't think he remembers Mersh. Or wait, no, that's not true.
That would be crazy if he didn't remember his own son.
Yeah, it's. I mean, he abandoned him in a way. It seems like.
Yeah, he did
maybe
kind
he's
of
trying to
abandon
atone
him.
for that.
He did kind of abandon him. What about, is there anything to do, like, okay, so I'm not trying to lead you too much here, but, Mersh did recently do this whole stream about an event that happened in his life, and we're kind of torn on whether or not this happened. Does his father have anything to say about that? Do you pick up anything?
He says he's sorry, something like that.
He's sorry?
Yeah, something like that.
For...
Like he's just apologizing.
For...
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it just seems like he's being molested. Is that what?
Oh my God. Okay, I guess it's true then.
I'm sorry, it's just such a heavy subject.
I got to be honest. I was a skeptic going into this, but all of this is lining up. All of this is making sense. The only, are you able to talk to dead teeth?
It's so funny you say that. I mean, I was seeing, when I was trying to connect to this energy, I did see that imagery come through of teeth, of kind of gray, almost dead teeth.
Are they in hell, or did they get to go to heaven because they escaped Mersh?
Oh.
I guess you don't go to. I guess you don't go to heaven if you commit suicide. So,
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I've only got one final question for you then. I've always wondered this. Like, now that I know that teeth are in heaven, and you can speak to all these other people. Mersh's you contacted. You apparently heard from Mersh's nephew. Mersh's nephew actually killed his best friend in the Paul Walker style car crash that he died in. Are you able to get anything off of his best friend? I don't know the guy's name, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, I do see somebody there with the other spirit that I was talking about with the
I can
accident,
confirm. I can confirm if you've got the right guy. Does he look like a burning, chattering skeleton, like a blackened, so like sort of like the crypt keeper on fire?
An urban sort of looking.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. And he is screaming. He's definitely upset that he's having to be around here for this. Like, he didn't even need to perish. He's saying.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm dressing it up. I'm so sorry, but yeah, he's definitely upset, and he is burning.
Okay.
So this is he keeps getting roped into these things. I think it's it's a different thing.
Amazing. I mean, honestly, I'm now a believer. Well, Psychic Sylvia, is there anything else?
Oh, wait. It's funny you mentioned teeth before, because I'm getting something, and I didn't think this was possible. Honestly, it's not even, it's a man-made object, so there's some times where you can get haunted by.
You're saying like an object that is a man-made object that like a non-organic sort of thing?
Yeah, it just gets infused with all the energy from like its
Oh right,
its
like
owners,
like psychometry, clairsentience. I've heard about that. I've read about that.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Well, just kidding. It's like it's. I mean, it's funny in a dark way to me because I mean but it's an object, so I feel like I can laugh.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's also mad at this Mersh.
Wait, this This object is so you're contacting a dead object that's mad at Mersh?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
what is
sorry. I'm so sorry. It seems absurd, but it's a couch.
it? A couch.
It's like a very beaten down couch. Yeah.
Is it anybody in
It's just the
particular?
energy.
Anybody in particular's couch?
Yeah, that's the funny thing. It doesn't even belong. It didn't belong to Mersh.
Oh no,
it belonged
wouldn't.
to
It never does.
like Mersh was only sleeping on it. It seemed like, but he didn't actually own it. It looks like he has a very, I don't know. He looks strange, like a kind of like a giant baby, sort of.
Yeah,
But
that's
the legs
Royce.
are very
Yep.
thin.
That's 100% Royce. You nailed it.
And I stick
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
things
that's
in my
a-
butt, I'll make the most money.
Yeah, you found it. That's man. So Royce's couch died from Mersh sleeping on it and crushing it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, and just all the general abuse that one puts a bed through.
Okay, well, Psychic Sylvie, everybody. By the way, Psychic Sylvie, very, very unprofessional. I got to be honest. I can see why you don't have any work this time of year like all the other psychics. Your bedside manner here, laughing about the death of a woman and her child and that child's best friend that he murdered in a car crash. Really kind of beyond the pale. But thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, it was. Thank you.
Oh, do you have
letting me
anything? Do you
this.
have anything you want to plug?
No. Not at all.
Okay, see ya.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cult.
Can you say PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet?
Very Careful Live is the best show on the internet.
How about this? Snap to, sit up straight, and say, hey, I'm Perry Caravello, and I think PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet.
Look, all right, I'll be nice and I'll say I think PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet. But I really think my show's the best show on the internet. But when I snap out of this bunk, is when my show's the best show on the internet.
Nah, not tonight. Far from the best show tonight.
Not tonight. Exactly. Tonight, no good.
Whoa, everybody, Psychic Sylvie, one more time. Last minute, I managed to get her for this episode. Let's, speaking of the cult, join the cult, podawful.com/cult. It's our Discord where all this stuff goes down and all the Rufio stuff is where we found it. Let's jump in.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, henchman. Let's jump in with the henchman here for just a bit and figure some things out here because this entire Couch Girl saga has been crazy. I can barely keep up with it, what's going on. And we got a lot more videos to play for you here. Hi, everybody. Hello. Wake up.
Hi,
Wake up.
Jesse.
Oh, I should turn my camera on. These guys don't know what to do if they can't see me. They start panicking. All right, so I got a video here for you if you'd like. A little more couch cretin. Let's take a look at this. This is just from a random vlog.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Rufio Phoenix of Phoenix Rise Gaming, and I'm kind of taking a turn right now.
By the way, every single time we come back to Rufio ever, he's got a brand new name for his YouTube channel. His brand now he's Phoenix Rise Gaming. I'm happy to see him return to the name that we most commonly associate with him, Phoenix. Except for the part where he
turn, my friends.
Holy shit! Except for the part where he is. Oh my god! I think I just broke this. My head's too big for this Spider-Man thing. That's gonna suck. Anyway, I completely forgot what I was saying. My entire head just expanded for a moment when the turn thing happened. I didn't know what to do. That scared me. Everybody, please stop looking at me for just one moment. Just one moment, everybody. Turn your heads while I think. Okay.
It's to turn my head.
Okay, please. That's not helping. That's not helping. And
Rufio did say he's going through a turn.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Jesus Christ, look at me. I remember, you know, I do hate the fact that he now thinks that his name is Phoenix. Now, of course, Rufio of his own. Oh, this is Velcro. Perfect. Okay, good. Good to know. We can just put this right back. I didn't break anything. Rufio, of course, decided on his own to misspell Phoenix as Pheonix. We didn't choose to call him that. He chose to call himself that. So I don't know why now suddenly he's Phoenix Rise Gaming. I really kind of am upset about that. Anyway, that was the point I was trying to make.
I'm going to be doing new live streams. I'm not going to be doing gaming anymore. I'm kind of shifting my direction a bit. But I'm moving back into doing.
That's going to be a little odd for Phoenix Rise Gaming. We barely knew ye.
Music again and playing guitar. So I might do some jam session concerts. Like it's not going to be anything scripted. It's just whatever I feel like playing for like 30 minutes.
They're really concerts.
Rufio thinks you script music.
And like if you guys want to see that, that's going to be there.
Line. Ding dang ding 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 dang ding ding.
That's coming. Also, I'm gonna have a bunch of different mini concerts that are coming out that are gonna be like 10 minutes or less of different stuff I was doing on the guitar previously.
I know what you're thinking. Oh, what's going on? This video sucks. Just wait.
Gotten a bit bigger lately. I've been eating.
Yeah. Same, brother. Yeah. I've gotten a little bit bigger lately. I couldn't believe this when I saw it. Rufio finally addresses his weight gain.
Was doing on the guitar previously. I've gotten a bit bigger lately. I've been eating a lot of protein. So it's mostly muscle now and a little bit of flab because
he is legitimately doing the Mac from Always Sunny thing. Oh yeah, it's you know, I'm bulking. I'm just bulking.
You know.
He's building it up.
Yeah.
Resist that bacon no more. I need that fucking bacon, man. It's hard.
Wow, 2011 called Epic Mealtime. Hello.
It's a hard life when you don't have bacon and eggs in the morning. It is just hard. But no. So I've been eating really good. But
Rufio's got the most muscle I've ever seen in a guy's gut.
I've also been away from YouTube for a while.
It's really escaping from his teat right now.
Yeah.
Tired. I'm just going to say I got tired of the bullshit. And I decided, you know what?
Hi, I'm the bullshit.
I'm going to take a tox break from the fucking internet. And I detoxed for a while. Also, recently broke.
Isn't it insane that me, as a living man, I'm a thing that some people have to detox from?
My leg during this March and had to take a 4 to 6 month healing period. I am able to walk now, but it is still very painful nerve-wise. I've suffered severe nerve damage from that. And that was because I slipped on the ice going to get pizza. The pizza was
more pizza. I mean, Rufio should own the pizza fund at this point.
Was unscathed, not damaged or out of the box, and the soda was not shooken. All right, it was not shooketh. But no,
Pheonix, Rufio Pheonix, shooketh, not shakeneth.
I ended up having to go to the hospital after that.
Did you see
I
him?
see hints of movement in the background.
You catch the little, again, no. Here he comes.
They ended
By
up.
the way, I think this is a completely different day than the video we played at the beginning. And yet, Couch Cretin is wearing the exact same outfit.
Resetting my foot after putting me on an amnestic called
Yeah, you know, hey, listen. We all kind of do this, right? You walk in, first thing you do, you go check the giant pile of DVDs.
And I was on a serious trip from that. Like, I've got footage of this.
Now, I love this because right when Rufio says, I was on a serious trip from that, check out Couch Cretin's face.
And I was on a serious trip from that. Like,
yeah, you and him both, buddy. He just fucking entered La La Land. That guy is expanding his mind as we speak.
I've got footage of this.
Sorry, he's bulking.
I'm not gonna. It's too spicy for YouTube, but I don't know. I'll try to put it somewhere because it's hilarious. You should have heard me, dude. It was like.
And again, the fucking shirt goes off. Every single time, this guy's got to start getting naked.
Hey, Ma! I'm high on ketamine. That was great. And then I was talking about how, like, during the trip on ketamine, because they had to reset my foot somehow, and it was backwards, by the way.
And again, this is all just completely normal for Couch Cretin. The fact that Rufio is talking about this whole story, him screaming he's high on ketamine, this means I'm not sure that they're even in the same universe right now. We might be accidentally somehow peeking into a simultaneous overlap of universi going on. He's in like Pyro Land right now, where everything looks like rainbows and bunnies.
Yeah, so like, I thought that I was being fed bacon from Samwise Gamgee from The Lord of the Rings as if we were still in the Shire. And while I'm coming to from this massive BOGO trip,
what, he got one free?
BOGO.
What does that mean? Did he buy one of them?
I ended up hearing one of the nurses at the...
By the way, do we need to see so much hip coming from Couch Cretin? Couldn't you cover a little? You pull those pants up just a little bit. Are you heading to the bathroom right now? Can it not wait? Are you about to slip turd? Come on, man.
Hospital saying, it's all about the taters, precious. Like, they knew I'd never done that shit in my life. They were like, dude, this is how you know when they don't fucking ever do drugs, because they
I just noticed the trash bag by his corner there.
Oh my God. I didn't even see that.
It's true, though. It is. Like, so that's how you know I don't do drugs, people. I've never even...
He says with the world's biggest weed flag directly over his shoulder. What do you think that is?
Done more.
I said on Twitter yesterday that every single person who does weed is such an insane loser. It's unreal. And, oh boy. Some people are very upset by. I had one guy, he's like, I'm a father of 2 and I have a wife. I'm like, yeah. In my head, I'm like, yeah, same, but I'm not, a drug addict. Sorry, you shouldn't be allowed to have children. Like, at the very least, Rufio's kids, they're safe at home with grandma and grandpa because Rufio refuses to raise them.
A milligram of ketamine. But no. What else? I've been kind of feeling like I've lost...
What else? Here's an idea. Explain the man wandering. Like, you're giving us a big life update. Can there be any light shed, anything elucidated about the guy who just walked in, took off his shirt, and made himself at home?
Sight of where I was going with I haven't lost sight. I just redecorated and renovated the apartment a little bit.
Oh yeah, this is major renovation.
But I feel like I want to see more popular stuff.
Did he turn into Canadian Rabbit?
We've all been there.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, if he's not on drugs, he should be. Something's got to wake him up with that one. I feel like I want to see more popular stuff. Yeah, same.
My room, like,
he's been trapped in the niche mines for too long.
Yeah.
Fixtures or something like that. Maybe some, like, acoustics foam or something like that. I don't know.
Acoustics foam. So in Rufio's mind, popular stuff is the first page of results when you Google podcast studio on Amazon. When you're just searching for, it's that fucking red and black, shitty, fake acoustic foam. He wants that in his room instead of the weed flag, which honestly would be an improvement. It'd certainly be an improvement for Rufio. It would be way worse for just about anybody else. For instance, there's this one podcast called BYB Podcast. You ever heard of that?
No.
But I don't know. I feel like
It sounds terrible, though.
What I was aiming for when I initially started doing the room. Like,
sounds like something a
it's
crippled
gotten
guy would
chaotic.
do.
People often will often like come over and like chill and like smoke with me, but sometimes they'll crash on my couch.
Okay, finally, our first little bit of peek behind the curtain here. So sometimes people come over, smoke a little crack. He calls this crashing on the couch. This man owns one pair of clothing. He's living there for, weeks at the very least.
By
the way, when Mersh crashes on a couch, it's actually called bombing.
Had a girlfriend recently. She was nice. She was pretty cool. She took really good care of me and fed me really good.
Yeah, a.k.a. Rufio had a mom. Mom number 2.
Like, this girl showed real devotion. Like, real devotion.
Now, this is Couch Girl. And this video is from before the videos I've already shown you. We're going back in time now. So what do you mean she did? She's still bringing you pizza.
And I can't believe that we didn't stay together, but it's fine. But then what else? Jeez.
By the way, nobody spoil why they didn't stay together. Okay, we'll save that.
What's been going on in my life for like the last 6 months? Yeah, I had a broken leg. That's about.
See, that's the thing. Without PodAWFUL, the goons have nothing going on. Even when Rufio finally manages to complete his boyfriend-free girl quest, his gamer girlfriend quest, and a few of the side missions, there's still not enough going on, and certainly nothing as exciting as thinking your girlfriend got buried alive or thinking that you're talking to a necromancer.
About it. So I'm just now getting back to jamming with friends and stuff for the summer. And I'm gonna start doing like little jam session concerts on YouTube somehow. I'm gonna put together an OBS file that I can like put my music through the Behringer into that and whatnot, so you can hear that.
He's gonna do that with an OBS file. Don't worry about it.
And I'll have it like set up so that you won't like hurt your ears or anything. Even though I like my music to be like ear bleedingly loud. I know.
I would accept ear bleedingly in rhythm.
Somebody once told me, it's too harsh, needs tone work, and this, that, the other thing. I'm like, that's the sound I want, though. Why can't you give me what I crave for? Like, God. I crave for my ears to be bleeding out of my sockets. Okay, I want that kind of music in my head.
Your ear sockets.
Yeah.
Right? but
I think his sockets are screwed on a little loose.
Oh, anyway, all right. Yeah, so that's what's going on right now. I felt like I'd just kind of give you a little patch update so that you guys could see and hear from me as I am in the world right now.
A little Rufio DLC.
Merely existing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He started using AI images of himself. He's somehow figured out how to put his face onto much better looking people. And so now you've got Rufio the Lion Tamer here. That's his channel logo.
Bet you somebody's got a butthurt for that too. Peace, guys. Stay awesome and drink coffee. Be awesome. Be excellent. I'll see you in another video soon. Peace.
Cool. Okay, cool. Peace. All right, so that gives you a little bit of the rundown on where we're at with Rufio. But it's way more confusing now to me. We have to get through a little bit of what's going on with this couch girl. Who can fucking help me walk through this couch girl shit? Because
there's more than one.
Well, we're going to get to that. And also your audio sounds like shit, Lenny. So I think you got voice mod on. You might want to do something. So Couch Girl comes into his life, and thus PodAWFUL is done with Rufio yet again. It had already become nearly impossible for us to get in touch with Rufio. He doesn't want anything to do with us. He certainly doesn't want to be in a Discord with us anymore. I get it. I guess I understand. But the thing is it was always easy to get him into a Discord because he didn't have anything else going on. Couch Girl shows up. We didn't know. We didn't find out about it until later, but she's in his life and it starts explaining everything. It starts explaining his disappearances. And I think partially his mom was also in his ear, kind of explaining a few things to him here and there, trying to get him on the same page. But more than anything is he didn't have that need, that drive to find a new woman. That is what motivates Rufio. And you can kind of tell by looking at that video. even while saying that he is no longer with her, the man's been tamed a little bit. He's no longer the wild stallion we once knew. Who knows where the couch girl stuff began? Where do I start? Because I'm going to need some help on this one. Who's got it? Everyone totally silent at once. Thank you so much.
I know it started around winter.
Okay. Well, a few of you said before the show you were looking into it. You've got stuff. Now I got nothing. Nobody's talking. So
That wasn't me.
It wasn't you, Lenny. People absolutely said that before the show, and I guess they've fallen asleep or tuned out. I get it. Okay, fine. You weren't into the Mersh part. You were waiting for more Rufio. You thought, okay, now's the time to go get my 15th box of pizza and maybe take a shit. Understood. Well, I do have more videos here, but I don't know the fucking lore, and I don't know the timing on any of it. Do we want to just watch a guy masturbate behind Rufio while somebody fucking wakes up? Okay,
Sure.
Here you go. Here's Couch Cretin just jacking off while Rufio plays a song. Okay, so Couch Cretin has finally changed clothes, once again proving my theory that he's been there for much, much longer than just crashing on the couch a little bit.
We can't see the video.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah,
we just see you darting around like.
I wasn't darting around. I'm always looking back and forth between screens. I don't know why you guys are tee-heeing over that when I just asked who can tell me about Couch Girl and you all clammed.
My apologies.
You completely clammed. No, Erwin, I don't accept your apology because you just tee-heed and but you were Mr. Clams before. So you're clamming. Jared, oh yeah, this and that. I'm fully yorking over here. And now suddenly I look once here, once Discord's here, screen is there. I just go like this and oh my gosh, Jesse's flailing. Are you fucking kidding me?
I didn't say you were flailing.
You said I'm all over the place.
Your eyes were darting, like you were like looking like around. Like you didn't know that we were watching, and we were watching. I thought it was cute.
I'm looking all around? What are you talking about? In what world am I looking around any more than I'm looking. There's 15 screens in front of me. You think this is new? Me looking around?
We don't see it usually.
How did you see it any more than you would normally see it?
Because I think you were thinking that we were watching the video, but we couldn't see the video. We could see you.
Excuse me, sir. My eyes are up here. So, please. Okay, here's Couch Cretin. He's just sitting there on the... That was my bad. I didn't have the video up. Sorry. I could see it. And that's what really counts. He's got a little bit of lint in his hair. Oh, wait, what's he doing?
Oh, my God.
What's he doing? Now, you got to realize, this time around, Couch Cretin doesn't know that Rufio is now recording out of nowhere. He hasn't looked up. Rufio is already sitting at the computer playing on the guitar. He thinks everything is going the way it's been going. Now, why he would think this is a good time to start touching, start reaching, and by the way, this is what the cops are saying. When they're saying, he's reaching! This is why they have to blast a guy away. You would do the same. If you walked into your living room and you saw this guy on your couch and he was reaching, what would you do? You'd have no choice. That's self-defense in every fucking jurisdiction. Uh-oh. Now, Rufio looks behind him. You would hope that maybe he would spot it, that he would figure out that maybe I should not be recording right this second. There's probably a better, what if I just give my weird friend, my homeless pal, the tiniest modicum of privacy? But nah, he's just looking at the frets because he doesn't know how to play. Friend jacking off on your couch? Don't fret it. Ooh, okay. So that almost looked like he was reaching for a self-taste moment there. Maybe this is the friend Rufio learned it from. And now,
he's really making a lot of faces.
Now he's freaking. The noise of Rufio's horrific playing is making this guy spaz. His mouth, he's jawing like crazy. He's literally covering his ears. It stopped him from touching his wiener. Did you see
Hit a
that?
little spasm there.
Did you see? Yeah, he just came. So that was a no hands bust. The guy just no hands busted on video in front of all of us. Maybe this is just how he rocks out. Uh-oh, do you see it? And look, we got another couch visitor. She's creeping around in the background there.
Rupee is very intensely. He's not noticing anything around him with those eyes.
He's in the zone, man. He's completely, he's toning out here. This is a man who knows what he's about. Okay, look at this. A nice little pixelated transition here. He just stops playing.
Then the crown jewel of this entire small stack.
The small stack small stack he's talking about, by the way, is not this stack of, I think these are pizza fucking boxes again. I don't know what they are. There's a stack of boxes behind him a mile tall.
The Rocket Zapdos foil in the best condition you can possibly find it in.
This. Then he zooms in on the boxes. He thinks he's zooming in on the Pokemon card. By the way, bingo. He thinks he's zooming in on the Pokemon card. He zooms in, perfectly framing the boxes in the background. Maybe those are boxes. Maybe those are boxes.
There's some connections too, and the fact that they look like.
This is why they hate you guys. All right, and it's particularly you, Subpar.
Yup.
All right, calm down. Let me finish. You'll know when. All right. Let me just. I promise you, if I start to say a thing, and then I do that, that guy started to talk, and then you should never go like, okay, I'll finish. Oh, he's gonna let me finish. I'm not gonna let you finish. All right, it's me. Okay.
Okay.
Please don't say that. I was not finished. So he perfectly frames these boxes. I'm starting to think maybe these boxes are what he puts the Pokemon cards in, but that doesn't mean they're not pizza boxes. Just to be clear, he might just be using empty old pizza boxes to put his Pokemon cards in. Now, what did you want to say, Subpar?
I was just saying that there seems to be a Cyrillic alphabet on his pizza boxes. He's into Andrew Tate. There's a lot of connections there.
Yeah. Well, something. Or it might just be upside down and backwards.
Like Russian.
Which I think it's literally like it's flipped.
It says Pokemon.
Because the Pokemon card is flipped as well. Yeah, this just says Pokemon. It's not Cyrillic. So this is what you wanted to interrupt me with.
I'm gonna keep with my theory personally, but
you wanted to interrupt me with thinking that this was some sort of foreign conspiracy. These guys are stealing the election together. Now, here is a conspiracy. He's talking about this very expensive Pokemon card he's got. Now, I'm not enough of a dork to know this stuff, but some people were doing some research in Discord before. Does anybody here know, is this actually... He's saying this is a holofoil or some sort of magic thing. What's going on with this card?
Let me get a live price reading. That is Team Rocket Zapdos.
Uh-huh.
Team Rocket Zapdos. One moment, please.
Buffering.
I can get one used, which is the quality that he has, in $36.
Okay.
If you had a first edition graded PSA 9, which is extremely hard to get, $200.
Okay, so
he's touching it. It's not.
He's
That's
touching
the absolute like best you could hope for.
It's out of the
for that card.
pack. I feel like that's even high. I feel like he's got some sort of like off-brand version where this is actually a Digimon. It's not even the real card.
Rocket Zapdos foil in the best condition you can possibly find it in.
Not possible. Your hands are on it. You just zoomed in on your hand on it. Now I know for sure it is not the best condition.
It's worth roughly $300. So, I don't know. I had to gloat for a minute. Yeah, y'all. Oh, yeah. This guy, he's got no money. No, fuck this guy. Fuck him. Yeah. Oh, he's sitting on a $300 foil in one box. Just reaches in and pulls out like $500 worth in cards.
Whoa! I don't know if this Zapdos is worth $500. It seems like a lot of money for a $600. All of it. Rufio is rich because he's got $300. I mean, that's the only proof of money that we've got. He's got a $300 Zapdos card and a $100 Walmart microphone. I don't know. Maybe he's like really, banking in some Domino's pizza points. He's got a lot of free pizzas on his way or something. I don't know about. I'm not exactly sure he's rolling in it at this point.
The old Pokemon sets.
By the way, this is in the middle of his music video. This was the same video as the one 2 seconds ago.
Ah, yes. Where I don't dress myself up in jewels and gold and elegant diamonds and stuff like that. No, I dress myself with lots of fashionably ancient cards.
By the way, okay, so I don't know what that was. Rufio's idea of editing and all this stuff is such a bizarre thing, but he's trying to say he doesn't dress up in, these fashionable hoity-toity things. But here we have Rufio, who posted a photo of himself as a Mr. Monopoly man, cane, top hat, the whole 9 yards, and a beautiful Affliction shirt, which the affliction in hand seems to be that it is stretching against his gunt. But there you go. So Rufio sort of is now one of these fancy lads.
Odds? What are the odds that cane had a sword in it?
Oh, it's 1 billion%. If you can't go like chink, shh, with that cane, I would take the blunt regular cane and stab myself in the throat with it until I die. That's how positive I am. There is no way. In fact, I would even go so far as to say there's a distinct possibility that there's a lightsaber inside the handle of that cane. You might actually have the world's first wooden cane lightsaber going on. And I can't even imagine a world where it's not double bladed somehow. I'm not even sure where it comes out at that point.
Oh, you make weak content, no effort, dude. That is like the premium grade content. I'm so sorry you don't see good content in your lifestyle. I mean, if you're watching nothing but podcasts...
Oops. Right as he says podcast. And when Rufio says podcast, he, of course, means one podcast, PodAWFUL. It's the only podcast he's ever known about, ever seen in his life. Right as he says it, you start to realize Couch Cretin is back there again. Did you even notice?
Look, you don't see good content in your lifestyle. I mean, if you're watching nothing but podcasts, your life...
You see him move his little hand. He just readjusts.
...is going to be miserable because they talk about nothing interesting other than the battle of the sexes and how quickly can they corrupt a relationship. So...
So I know in your head you're thinking, that doesn't sound like PodAWFUL, but it does sound like every episode of PodAWFUL involving Rufio.
So fuck podcasts. I really think you need to think for yourself. Stop listening to all these other guys waiting to figure out whether or not they're the next chosen one or not, because they aren't. All right? So,
well, yeah, I don't have a fucking lightsaber in my cane.
If you like good content and you want to see more lightsaber stuff, more...
Holy shit, I didn't even remember he was going to say that.
More, gaming stuff and more guitar, subscribe. Hit me up.
Yeah, if that's the kind of thing you're into.
Awesome and a ninja.
If your tastes are these incredibly specific things that Rufio is into, if you just happen to line up with this man, a mentally ill autistic man-child, then subscribe. Stay awesome and a ninja and drink coffee and whatnot.
Drink coffee, be awesome, be excellent, and I'll see you in another video. I don't post very often because I respect my time, but I'm also a very busy man. But I'll keep...
That's not you can't say but and then just make the same point again. I don't post very often because I respect my time, but I'm also busy. Okay, and is there anything are we going to get like I hope to still please you? Subscribe, because I'm going to, when I do put something out, it'll be the best thing you've ever seen.
Keep posting anyway. Peace.
And Couch Cretin starts furiously jacking off in the background right as the video, he hears it. He hears the classic sign out, stay awesome, and a ninja. And he's like, all right, guess I can just start it now. Okay, and we end with an awesome Rufio lightsaber duel with himself. This is sort of a duel of the lames. I can't.
Well,
I have
he
to
is
stop the
Darth
music.
Rexperia.
Hey, he's Darth Rexperia. I have to stop the music. This is copyrighted music, but there you go. So this is the kind of stuff you get if you subscribe to Rufio, a true ninja. Is there anything? I'm not going to sit here and watch. We've seen Rufio do lightsaber. Oh, well, he does switch to red. Whoa. He just bled his crystal. All right. Anyway, there you go. There's Rufio. All right. Anybody know any couch girl lore?
Yeah, I apologize. When you chastised Lenny for his audio quality, I turned off voice mod, and
so you were just sitting there talking to yourself, and none of us could hear you. And you thought, what were you? What were you like in a deep state of panic where you're like, why can no one hear? Did you think you had entered the couch boy realm where you're just this ghost wandering around in the background of this show? Did you start digging in your ass at that point?
I never stopped, but
okay, fair enough. What's the story with Couch Girl? Because I don't know what I'm supposed to even do here, what we're supposed to have.
I really wish Feds was here because she's the Couch Girl expert. But we just saw her one time in one of his thought logs, I think, and she was just in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, she's been known as Couch Girl. A little bit of background on her. She is 39 years old.
And loving it.
And she has 4 children who she does not raise. They're being taken care of in a Rufio sort of situation by her mother.
Rufio's perfect woman, yeah.
Yeah, one of those children is trans, like not even joking. But so she often posts like pro trans stuff. She's very gay friendly, goes to pride parades in Waterville, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So not something not someone that you would think Rufio would really identify with, but
do we know how they met? Do we have any idea how they actually met?
I do not know. I'm guessing she was homeless. She's talked about being homeless in the past on her Facebook. So I'm guessing it was one of those situations where, it was cold outside.
Was it not at the bus stop?
See, this is the craziest thing is Rufio claims to like let these people. I mean, Rufio has claimed that we have an audio recording of it that he let like was it a 15-year-old girl stay on his couch before? And of course, in your mind, you're like, oh no, Rufio, please be the one goon that this is not true of. Please, it can't be anything good. But I mean, you see this, he does literally just let any vagrant in. And finally, one of these vagrants, and it's been men and women in the past before, and in fact, one of the first things he usually offers up to anyone catfishing him is, you can come live on my couch. You should come live with me. Please come live with me. I have a couch. Look at my couch. And finally, it happened for him. Couch Girl, the reason we called her Couch Girl is she originally was not his girlfriend. That's what we believe, right? She was just staying there. In fact, I think didn't she originally even like make a big deal about that, saying like, no, we're not together.
Yes.
This is like a...
She called them Bubbas.
Say that again?
That's right, yeah. She called him Bubba.
Oh, Bubba. Yeah, that's right. Now, where is... we had a video where is that video of Couch Girl and the other couch creature? We have another couch creature for you where they're in the
DM those
background.
to you,
You've
or
got
else
that?
they're in the thread.
All right, let me look for that. So here we go. Oh my God, here we go. Now you've got two of them. Are these the same video?
I'm not sure. Let me see here.
Well, one of them's 7 seconds long. So let me start with this one. So, is this our first sighting of her? Is this us like first realizing?
No.
Where did
I
we
think the
first
first
see her?
one we ever realized he hadn't turned the futon into a couch yet, or into a bed yet, right?
Okay.
So that's why they're all called couch creatures. But and she was just laying on her back, and I remember it was a music video he started playing, and then all of a sudden you just see her breathing, and I remember us in Discord watching it. We just freaked out because there's a like she doesn't hardly move the whole time, and she's laying on her back, just like she's not
Yeah.
sleeping. Her eyes are open, but she was just
Was she
Like
she
she
was
was
just like
passed
listening.
out or something.
She
I
was
don't
probably
know.
horrified. She was probably absolutely terrified of what was going to happen. This is like her first night in Rufio's palace.
Yeah.
All right, I've got the video here. This is where we like really took notice, though. This is the first time that we really paid attention. And here is, so this girl eventually did become Rufio's girlfriend, and we couldn't believe it when we saw this video because of what's going on in it. Take a look at this. So here's a brand new couch creature for you. You know, I don't even know what to call this guy. We're calling this is Slim Really Shady. It's actually Hans from Low Res's podcast movie. I don't know how we got him. So they're just doing what people always do when they're back there on that couch. They're just laughing, ignoring Rufio. Rufio isn't part of the group in his own home. Check out the bald spot, by the way. And this is the way everything was set up before Couch Girl moved in, before she was really a part of things. Eventually, Couch Girl did graduate from couch to bed.
I actually think that stuff on the floor behind him is from Floor Friend.
Yeah, so if
I
you
think
guys,
so, yeah.
if you recall, there was a guy called Floor Friend. Floor Friend showed up in the background. Was that the Red Rooms episode? In the background of the Red Rooms episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Floor Friend was just some guy that happened to be there the whole time, and we couldn't see him. And then all of a sudden, it turned out he could hear everything we were saying. We had been mocking Rufio and his friends and all this stuff, and he was there, and he was hearing it all. It was insane. And yeah, you're right. That stuff on the chair behind me here, this stuff right there, is Floor Friend stuff. Then she's got her shit moved in there. And you can see, though, she really did come in. She sort of domesticated Rufio. She turned his whole life and living situation around. She really helped him out. He did start going even more bald, though, as a result. But she even tried to help with that. But before that happened, and before she graduated to the bed, the first to ever do it, although some people still theorize that maybe she never actually slept in the same bed as him. She always slept on the couch. But then where is she going? Now that there's other guys on the couch, where is she going? Actually, maybe it's on the couch with those guys, because look at this video. All right, standard unlistenable Rufio garbage. They're smoking in the background. Completely unaware of Rufio's even existing. You know this is like a really deeply bad guy because he's wearing sleeves. And I know that sounds confusing to the audio people because in your head you go, well, I wear sleeves. I'm a normal guy. I've seen lots of people wear sleeves, Jesse. What do you mean? Were they attached to your shirt? Because if so, you're right. You're normal. This man does not. He's got sleeves. He's got a shirt. They're separate entities. he elected, by the way, in Maine, I don't know what time of year this was, but for half of the year, it's too cold in Maine to ever do this. He went into his closet, and by his closet, I mean Rufio's closet, and he said, I'm going to put on a tank top. And then he said, oh shit, I do heroin. I bang heroin, and also I'm a cutter. What do? I really need to wear this fucking tank top. Why? Guy's not built. He certainly doesn't have, he doesn't even have a tan. This might be his first time ever exposing his skin to sunlight. I don't know why this tank top was so important to him, but he said, we got to do something about this. And so I think what he chose to do is he took 2 neck gaiters, they were left over from COVID, and he just pulled them all the way up his arms and said, yeah, that'll do. Maybe he borrowed them off of the Hot Topic that all Maine-nites probably reside in. The mall, every mall ninja probably has got a few of these lying around anyway.
Maniacs unite.
The Maniacs, yeah. He's really explaining something to Rufio's girlfriend. Now, isn't it true that in the description of this video, Rufio, or somewhere related to this video, somewhere along the time of this video, Rufio was kind of implying that this was his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
And so we all just thought, okay, this is his girlfriend. He seemed to believe it. She did not. Did you just see his bald spot blink, or am I just losing my mind? Now they've run out of things to talk about on the couch, which means now they can hear Rufio's playing, and they're becoming upset. They don't know what to do. Wait, is that it? Is that where it ends?
So it's the second video. Is the good one,
okay, that was the intro.
At the very end of that video, though, it looked like there was like a pregnancy test or something on the pillow on the right.
Oh my God, you're
whatever
right.
that is.
What is that? Yeah, good point. Something is definitely going on right there. Okay, so now let me grab the other one. All right, so then Rufio, it's the same video from the same time frame here. This one's
the square ones from Instagram.
Yeah, this one was grabbed off of Instagram, so it's going to be a little different, but oh my God, where did that just go? I keep accidentally saving these to the wrong folder and then losing them. Ironically, these are going into a folder called Couch Gags. And somehow that is not the folder I mean for them to go into, believe it or not. All right, here we go. Now, this is a little harder to see because we're in the 4:3 aspect ratio. You got to really look for it on this one. This is a hidden gem. Now, I don't know what happened between those two videos, but Slim really shady. Brother man's tweaking back there, okay? Couch sleeves is on one. Look at that jaw go. And the second Rufio starts playing, Couch Girl and Couch Sleeves look at each other like, here we fucking go again.
That's jaw jacking if I've ever seen it.
So I mean, at first I'm like, this guy's just high. This guy's just high. No. He is mocking Rufio's playing there. It was in tune. It was on beat with the play. He's going da 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 while rolling his eyes. So they've been rolling joints all day. They've been rolling eyes longer. Trust me on that. These guys are sick of it. It started. There's a part of every single couch creature, these hideous, insidious beasts that roam around Rufio's apartment, scaring neighborhood children. There's a part of each and every one of them that goes, maybe it'd be more worthwhile to just be homeless. I'm not so sure this is the better option, really, for me. I could probably just go to a soup kitchen, hang out all day. So, yeah, there's a lot of jabbering and jawing when it comes to whatever he's covering up with his separated sleeves. But a lot of this is also, please, for the love of God, Rufio, stop. Not that we want to talk to you so bad. We don't need you to even turn around. You can still just keep looking at the computer. We just don't want to. We just don't want to be afflicted by your T-shirt.
Don't look where her hand is right now, Rufio.
Well, that's all right. Now that's the surprise reveal. Whoopsie! Rufio moves that guitar, and you get a good view of what's really going on back there. Whoa! She doesn't just have a hand on his leg. It's not even a friendly leg. It's up on full thigh meat, and she's got a death grip going on it.
The gripper.
It goes, guillotine! Yeah!
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing she's got going on there. Rufio never seemed to notice. Somehow this escaped him entire. He uploads the video. I'm telling you, he can't see the couch creatures. I don't know how. They're entering his home, going to and fro. I think they've figured out that he can't see them. I think that they're just taking advantage of a man who only has nocturnal vision. And so as long as the lights are on, they're free to mill about. This bitch is only his girlfriend when the lights are off. And I mean that in every single way possible. I don't know how he missed it. Didn't we even try to show him?
Replay it. Watch the start.
Wait, watch the start? Okay. All right.
Yeah, she
Hang
gives
on
a
second.
good little squeeze there.
Okay. I missed that. All right, let's see. Let's see. A good squeeze. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And he even starts. He even starts checking her out. I noticed him checking her out when I first played. He like actually gives her an up and down, a once over, a how's your father. Now I see why. His dick is down that pants leg. She's like, she's got the pinky finger is just diddling head right there. That's why he feels so comfortable to mock Rufio to his fucking bald spot. Yeah, you're right. She gave that thing a deep, deep freeze of a squeeze. Look at this. Watch one more time. Oh, that looks like it hurts. I wouldn't even enjoy that. That's a tough fucking squeeze right there. Okay, very good.
She's gripping so hard, she's grinding her teeth, too.
But we tried to warn him, didn't we? We tried to tell him.
We did.
And what was his response to all of that?
Well, let's the fuck off.
Yeah, blew us off. No response. I think
he got mad at
asked her, or Wanda asked her in DMs about the whole thing, and Couch Girl admitted that was one of her exes or something like that.
She's
it's like
openly
even more
inviting
obvious.
over her exes to Rufio's couch. He thinks he's made it. This, as far as I know, the only couch girls I'm aware of up until this point, in the timeline that we're talking about right now, he had the 15-year-old girl, which we're all holding our breath and hoping that was just bad judgment and nothing else happened. And then Couch Girl. And so, assuming he is not a predator, assuming this is no more paranormal than the creature mania we're going through right now, Couch Girl showing up to his couch, that's him going, I've done it. I made it. I finally got one. I reeled her in. And he just decided without asking that she is now his girlfriend. She, I think, was posting publicly that she is single. It was on her Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, on her Facebook, it said she was single. On his Facebook, it said he was not. And it wasn't even an it's complicated situation, although it looked pretty complicated in that thigh squeeze back there. So this goes on and on until eventually, now they are together. It kind of came out of nowhere. And do we have another one of Couch Girl anywhere? Is there like another big one that we need to show folks here?
I don't believe so.
Okay, because that video I played
It just
you.
starts.
Go ahead.
Just starts like after Rufio was gone for a while. Then I think maybe that's when he broke his leg, and then like it comes back and like she's just like always feeding him, and
Yeah.
you know she's so there's a lot that I don't think was covered. Like I mean there isn't video of because he was just gone
Right.
while their relationship was presumably developing. But then all of a sudden, Rufio's, you know, he streams on Twitch a couple times, and she's, you know, topping him up, topping him off, and with Kool-Aid, of course.
In the chat room, somebody says this is fucking insanity. Yeah, it's. I mean, we're not really doing it justice. This has been a year of shit going down that we're trying to fucking compress into this moment here, and all to catch you up so that we can take you back in time to how we really got here. Because on Awfulween, oh, you got. Actually, I should just go ahead and do this part right now because we've got Awfulween coming up this Wednesday. Like I said before, here's my little promo image for Awfulween. Ladies and gentlemen, Awfulween is coming. Starring Rufio Phoenix and the ghost of Lila Gold. One of Rufio's many, many tragic endings to one of his relationships. We had an entire series, sort of our first delve into true crime on PodAwful called #Finding Lila. Entire Netflix documentaries were made about this. It was all over the news. There was a true crime podcast that was covering this. Lila went missing and it was never resolved. Well, this Wednesday, October 30th, on Awfulween, we will finally resolve the missing mystery of Lila Gold. What happened? Was Rufio responsible? What was the truth behind it all? Did Rufio really get the COVID-19 vaccine, or did he lie in order to try to get pussy? You will find out the answers to all of those questions for the first time in many years on Awfulween. It's going to be very, very, very exciting. I'm incredibly proud of this. It's been a long time coming. And again, I've been talking about this for years now. And I've mentioned it here and there. I've sort of hinted occasionally that I've got something big in the works for this. Because this is much bigger than me. This is a serious thing where I could not possibly have saved Lila on my own. The cult couldn't do it. We tried, but we couldn't do it. We tried to get the word out there. That's why we started that hashtag. People were hanging up missing flyers all over the country. So finally, I teamed up with a very special, very big YouTuber who is known for this sort of thing. And you'll see it all on Awfulween. And we can finally do a case closed on this whole thing. It's going to be very, very cool. Please tune in. October 30th, the day before Halloween, this Wednesday, completely free here on YouTube. Okay. By the way, I just realized I completely forgot to put this episode on the website. This is not, I've completely forgot to put this on the live tab on the, I'll do it now. Okay. The show's almost over, but I'll do it right now. Why not? Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, it's still got the last stream on there. Oh my God. There we go. Okay. Some people will be tuning in now mad that they were missing it. Okay, Awfulween coming up very soon. Get excited. This is the preamble. You kind of gotta know where we've been with Rufio. I do recommend maybe there should be like a full, Finding Lila / Awfulween, all the Rufio Awfulween episodes viewing to kind of get us back up to speed for that. I don't know. Maybe I could stream that or something day of, and we'll just do a big event for this because you kind of got to know, you got to be involved in all of this. You got to understand all the Rufio lore. And it's honestly, all of those episodes are some of our best work. Absolutely the best episodes of PodAwful are in that playlist. So Awfulween, we had Couch Girl all this past year. And of course, everybody's like, what's going to be, when the second the Halloween show starts coming up, the first thing I start hearing is, what are you doing to Rufio this time? How have you catfished him this time? We couldn't. It wasn't possible. There was no option for it. He had been completely enamored by this couch girl. And we tried to penetrate that shield. But take a look at this. You can't do it. This girl is his new mom. It's a mom he can fuck, which means it's his dream come true. So we got another Rufio video. He's just sitting around trying to figure out how a guitar works. He has no idea. And there she is. Now, again, we had been told she's no longer a part of his life. And the reason she's no longer a part of his life is insane. So she shows up in these videos, and it's the talk of the town here at PodAWFUL. It's like, what's she doing back? Is that even her? There's an entire conspiracy theory to say this isn't even her. And I'm like, well, it's not his mom. Some people thought it was his mom. $11 cheese in chat says, don't know much Rufio, have a PhD in Mersh. $11 cheese, I'm telling you, take some time. At the very least, watch last year's Awfulween. I'm telling you. You're going to love Rufio. He's way better than Merch. So she brings him out this plate of burgers. And something between her waddling it out to him and literally setting it down in front of him was embarrassing enough to happen that he edited it out. But he's acting like this is one seamless song, like that's just okay to do. But honestly, it doesn't really seem to make that big of a difference. It kind of is seamless. I don't even know how that's possible. I'm guessing what happened there is that he didn't realize she's coming. He's got his headphones on, and he literally got spooked. So he had to, it's a scary thing when a couch creature sneaks up on you. So he had to cut it out because he can't look like he's scared of anything. He's a big, strong man. He's got a sword inside his cane. But this woman is treating him better than anybody has ever treated him, bringing him 2 hamburgers while he's busy making music, being a local musician, his dream job. And then she just waddles her fat ass back to the kitchen where she belongs. Man's living the life. All right, so this is the crazy part. They broke up. Wanda talks to her. For the first time, she's willing to communicate now that they're no longer together. We want dirt. We want to know what happened. We want to know why they broke up. We want to know what Rufio was like. Did you really sleep in the same bed as him, or were you on the couch the whole time? What made it all end? What made it all begin? What was with the thigh grab? We wanted to know everything, and she wanted to tell nothing. She wanted to keep this a secret. She is still, for some reason and in some way, in some sort of Wookiee life debt to Rufio. And it's bad when she's waddling around giving him hamburgers, because the only thing she would tell us, the reason that they broke up, I'm not kidding, this is her reasoning, is that she got cancer. Now, you might be misunderstanding something here, because I misunderstood something. Usually if somebody breaks up with somebody, it's not because they have cancer. You know what I mean? Like, it's usually a really bad guy. He's like, oh, my wife got cancer and I just can't help. I can't do anything. So I'm leaving her. I'm leaving her with all the bills. I'm running out on her, like a George Lopez style. My wife gave me her kidney and now I'm divorcing her kind of thing. This is not that. She got skin cancer, which is like, most of the time that means like removing a mole or something. Like, you can just kind of cut that one out and you're probably fine. It's rarely like a huge problem, except for when you're a huge bitch. And then there's a lot more skin to have to deal with. So maybe it's actually very, very serious. But no, she decided because she is in no way taken care of by Rufio that she could no longer be with him. And she wanted to, what was her words? Like she wanted to unburden him of her cancer.
Yes, she didn't want to burden him with going through a cancer treatment or something like that. Yeah.
Which, like, Rufio's a guy who wouldn't give $25 to save his girlfriend's life. You can see why that might be the right move to make. But then why is she still there? Why is she still in all the videos? And so she keeps popping up. She popped up in that one video with the skeezer guy, and we're like, what the? He just announced they're no longer together. And then she shows up again. But then it turns out, no, she didn't. Which I know is confusing, but I promise you it makes sense. Check this out. So, they are multiplying.
What?
That was two different women. The couch girl whose neck was inflating like a bullfrog in heat earlier, that's a different couch girl. What is happening? What are these creatures?
They just like split off like mitosis?
Yes, she's budding. There is and by the way, I've always assumed these people are single cellular. You know, like it makes complete sense to me. I would not be shocked to learn that all of Rufio's videos, his presence on Discord, everything was filmed through a microscope. You tell me this fucking thing ain't an amoeba? So I know, like, Urquit, you believed that they were the same, or did you think they were the same girl or different? Everybody was split on this.
Yeah, I believe that they were that sometime like in the spring there was a different girl there. I think that actually did turn out. We figured out was just Couch Girl the whole time.
Yeah,
but,
so we had already thought Couch Girl was a different girl for a little bit, but it wasn't. Yeah. Then it was, and then they both showed up, and this was, we didn't even know what to do with it. I mean, look at this. And by the way, I remember Urquit was like, no, this new girl is too fat to be Couch. Couch Girl's not that fat. But look at fucking Couch Girl in this one. They are both blobular. Look at this. And speaking of Buffalo Hump Mersh, which, by the way, is what everybody is now calling him.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
Buffalo Hump Mersh. And go use that. Go post that on r/Mersh. Refer to Mersh as that in his own chat room. Send him super chats just cryptically saying Buffalo Hump Mersh and then refuse to elaborate any further. See what happens with it, okay? We're hunting water buffalo. Buffalo Hump Mersh. Anyway, Couch Girl's got her own buffalo hump, and new Couch Girl not only has a buffalo hump, she's got one in the front. She basically has a built-in airbag. If she were Mersh's nephew's passenger, she'd still be alive today. So, and again, they're just, it's like he's not even there. It's like they're not even having to hear this. Original Couch Girl's back there fixing the Matrix. New Couch Girl's just on her phone. One of them teleported just now. It shouldn't be shocking they can multiply when they have this host of powers.
Maybe they come out of the weed poster.
Yeah, he manifests them. He will manifest them. And look at this. This is so fun. Every video has this moment. They're sitting there smoking weed, being losers. she's like checking to see if there's enough weed in this joint for her because she's really going to need it. You know, it's tough. If you're a big fatso who's a pothead, it's real tough because you got to wait for the weed to go all the way through every fucking living corpuscle on your body before it really starts to hit. And in that moment, original Couch Girl points out to new Couch Girl that they're on camera. Maybe you don't want to be doing this right now. Whoops. Whoopsie. And she does a quick, oh my God. Oh shit. And she's trying to explain to her, like, yeah, he's probably going to put this on YouTube, so I don't know if you actually give a shit. But yeah, 3 people will see it. Don't worry. Damn, this is kind of a sick jam. I'm starting to get into this.
Just kind of looking right into the audience's soul there.
Yeah. Oh, okay, time to start over.
Right.
Because he can't play it twice. That's the craziest part, is he has no possible physical way of actually doing that again. Okay, I think it's probably just that twice. It's probably just this over and over. Yeah, it is. All right,
it literally is. Yeah.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Poopy-O-Pionics.
Poopy-O-Pionics.
Yes, Poopy-O-Pionics.
You know I'm autistic, right?
I know.
Here's what puts a hair across my rear end.
I can see what puts a hair across her rear end too. It's probably when you guys tried to fix Rufio's hair. Do we have that video, Urquit? Could you find that for me real quick?
Yeah, those are on his Instagram.
Could you grab one of those, put it somewhere where I can grab it real fast? Because Rufio, I told you earlier, they're trying to do some brujeria. They're trying to practice Santeria on Rufio's head, trying to make his hairs come back. And they seem to think it's working. Now, this was months and months and months ago. And all the videos I've seen after this one, Rufio's looking balder and balder by the day. But in this one video, when she was still around and cancer-free and could rub the slop on top of his head to keep it happy, his hair was just it was struggling to come back, but it was there. The peach fuzz was coming back in. We really have to take a look at that. You got that, Urquit? I'm sure he's got it. Urquit, you got that? Guys, Awful Ween this Wednesday, October 30th. Rufio Phoenix, Lila Gold. I'm filling the time here.
Do we know if the couch creatures are related? Because they both have a similar, like, Cro-Magnon looking forehead.
We've seen now what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6 different couch creatures in just this episode alone. They're probably all related. Even the ones where they're fucking. They're probably related. That's how you become a couch creature. Like, I wouldn't be... By the way, this is a theory that I've always had in my head. Buffalo Hump Mersh. I kind of think that his sister, the dead one, you know, the ghost, the hunted, I've always secretly thought that he was in one of those situations where his sister was his actual mom and grandma had to pretend to be mom because the sister was too young when she had the baby. You ever know anybody like that?
I'm gonna have to draw all this out, man.
Yes.
Like I knew a girl in school that was in one of these situations. Her sister was in this situation where she had 2 sisters. Okay. One of them was much older than her, and one of them was quite a bit younger than her. And at some point, I don't know who told me this. At some point, somebody said, like, oh, you know, Ashley's younger sisters, it's actually her older sister's daughter. And Ashley's mom is her grandmother. I was like, what the fuck? I never heard anything like that before in my life. I was like, why? What is the point of that? And it was to hide the teen pregnancy. And then one day I'm over there at a party she's having, and I just say that like an autistic retard.
I have autism. I can't help it.
I just didn't even realize I thought they all knew, and I thought like the bit I thought the bit was that they're all pretending, but no, the little sister was out of the loop. So I accidentally revealed to their whole family this thing. She starts crying. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Choo choo, all aboard the Beachheart Express.
It was one of the most embarrassing moments ever. It was horrifying. She's just crying.
Was that embarrassing for you?
Well, the craziest part is like I'm dropped off there. So now I'm there during their big family emergency meeting talk. You know? It's just me on the couch like, oopsie doodle.
Did I do that?
Yeah, sorry. Got any cheese? So
you're adopted her, except it was much worse.
Yes. Wait, I mean, she was adopted. So that was another thing she had to learn. It was both her grandmother adopted her as her daughter to make all of this lie work.
Oh my god.
And I don't remember if Ashley knew. I don't remember because I might have found out from my own parents. Like my mom might have told me. She might have known somehow. I don't remember how I found out. But just like a complete spurg. I was like, I thought, so-and-so was your mom. And they're like, what? And everybody else is like, somebody drops a wine glass and it shatters style moment. I'm like, yeah, what? What, this is a secret?
PODAWFUL's been making it worse for a long time, man.
Hey, if this is a secret, why do I know? By the way, I think I did that family a favor. That's a fucking psycho thing to do to a child. By the way, because one day she's going to find out. One day, presumably, in the playbook, one day they're scheduling her to find out. They're going to have the big talk. And if that happened to me, I'd be like, oh, I'm never talking to any of you people again. You're freaks. My entire life is a lie. You can't do that to a kid. That's so fucked up. So I choose to look at it as I did them all a favor. Thank you. Yes. One of the best.
So I DM'd you a quick and dirty screen recording of
okay. There's audio in it, right?
Yes.
Thank God. All right, here's Rufio's Instagram, and let's take a look at the video. And please stop clicking.
All right, so
please stop clicking your knife, Urquid. For the love of God, just keep out. Do you just lay in a bed filled with knives and you're just sitting there?
If you knew.
I do know. I've seen it. You are laying in a bed surrounded by knives.
It's true.
So I would rather be in the situation where my mom is my grandpa or whatever the fuck I was just saying. If I found Urquid.
I'm done.
Okay. You need to clean up the knives from the bed. It's a bad look, especially with your history, with your female history. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know.
You don't want to be rolling around like you're sexual with knives. Rufio's into blood play. We had to hear about that quite a bit, but you're gonna give the wrong idea because do you ever want to be with a woman again?
Yeah, of course.
What was the last one? Is it a girlfriend or a wife? I forgot.
Fiance.
Oh boy, right in between. So now I'm not going to say here live publicly what it is we're talking about, okay? Because that would be too much. It'd be too embarrassing for you, and I'm not here to shame you in any way because I love you. Urquid is the greatest guy, or whatever the fucking quote is. Urquid. So I'm not going to say it. However,
I appreciate it.
I got to know, much like with the little sister, big sister moment, is it in the plan to eventually, do you want to be with a girl ever again? Do you want to have another fiance or marry somebody?
Not a fiance. I don't think I would look to get married again, but it could happen.
Okay, but you're open.
I'm open, but I don't have any expectations.
Is it in the plans at all to tell the new one at some point? Like, what is the protocol? At what point do you explain what happened to the old fiance? Like,
You know,
do
I've thought about that, of course.
Of course, and
I just, you just read, you cross that bridge when you reach it, right, or whatever the saying is.
Read the room on that one, I guess.
Yeah,
Like, are you at all planning to contact Psychic Sylvie? And
I honestly, the less the deceased says, the better, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet.
On that one. Yeah, so,
I gotta be honest, Urkowitz, there's no chance at ever there being another one. Girlfriend, fiance, or otherwise, if you're laying in a bed of knives. That's like what an Indian yogi does to try to get closer to Krishna or some shit. You're not supposed to do that unless you're in Ripley's Believe It or Not. Okay? And by the way, believe it or not, with that fucking story that I'm not going to say here live on the show right now, with your ex-fiance and ex-person. But okay, but I do want, like, oh, you know what you could do? I've got an idea. How about this? If you ever get a new girl and things start getting serious and you can tell she wants you to propose and you're getting a little nervous because you've been in that situation before, why don't you just throw a party and invite me?
Okay. And you can break it to her?
Yeah, I could probably break the ice for you. If she's...
Can you guys record that?
If she's around long enough for me to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still have a bunch of knives in your bed with you right now, or have you taken them all and thrown them into the hamper across the room while I've been saying all this?
I'm going to be cleaning them up. That's some good advice.
Here's what you do. Take every corner of the bed, put it into a big parachute, pick up the knives, throw them off the balcony. Probably every single one of those is involved in a crime scene and needs to go anyway. And then that'll solve the problem of you constantly fidgeting with I'm sure you'll find a new thing to fidget with. You're a Mr. Fidget. But
sure.
I'd rather hear you, spinning the revolver around or something. Like like if you were sitting here and it sounded like you were deer hunting yourself, then that would be kind of fun. Okay, let's go to the video here. Here is Couch Girl solving Rufio's baldness.
All right, so 2 days of castor oil usage on his balding spot, and he's got hair growing.
I love this. So first of all, it's not a bald spot. It's a balding spot. No, it's bald already. They're using castor oil, which is, I'm pretty sure, what old people used to have to drink at the dinner table in order to get their vitamins and nutrients.
Of castor oil usage on his balding spot, and he's got hair growing, which is great.
So they're seeing results. This is working.
So yay.
And he made her film this. This is on his Instagram.
All right. So
yeah.
Okay. Now here's where it gets crazy though. Let me zoom this in so everybody can see. The second she starts pulling at it, the hair starts coming out. He actually gets balder in this video.
All right. So 2 days of castor.
There it is. Did you see it?
Yeah, I don't want to pull it.
What?
It's like I didn't get why she pulled.
Psychic Sylvie, what the fuck are you doing here? Look at that. That's loose hair. Look at that. You can see it just all coming out. Oh my god. She actually made it worse.
Castor.
She literally pulled it
oil.
There it goes. You'll never see that one again. Bye, follicles.
On his balding spot, and he's got hair growing.
See ya. All of that was loose. Every single hair was loose.
Which is great.
And you can hear Rufio.
So, yay.
So, yay. So, yay. Yeah. Couch girl. Couch creatures.
Oh.
They're real. What?
The second video was there too if you wanted to keep playing it.
There's another video?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a second one. All right. I was only remembering that one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, let's take a look at it. If we got it, we'll take a look at it. I had no idea. There's another one. All right. Where does it start? Here we go. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at it. It's so cute. All of the little hairs. They're doing this little, like, curly cute thing. So much blonde hair here. Oh, my goodness.
It's blonde because you bleached it.
Holy crap, the hair growth.
Which means it's not new hair, by the way. None of this grew in because it is bleached along with the rest of it.
All right.
That's just what hair does. It's supposed to go in a swirl back there. That's probably part of why it falls out. I don't know the science on that. Okay, there you go. So they have no idea how any of this works. How do I get rid of this now, please? Hello? Okay, there we go. Couch creatures, couch girl. This is what's been going on in Rufio's life, and it seems to still be going on. Has he uploaded anything most recently? Let me just see what was the last upload, the one with the guy digging in his ass?
I think that's the last couch creature video. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That was on his YouTube.
Yeah, that was the most recent one. 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Every single video has a couch creature in it. I swear to God, look at this. I just went to the channel. I bring up the videos tab. I'm scrolling through. I'm trying to find one where there aren't creatures in the background. Here's one, by the way. Who is that back there? Listen, look at this. This is the one with Skeezer. In the thumbnail, there's a third couch creature happening in it.
What?
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Couch mystery.
And then we've got the opposite. Look at this. It's a couch mystery. Look at this. You've got finally a video. Here's the thumbnail. The forbidden shred. By the way, I guess we know who Rufio's voting for on election day. Wow, this one goes out to Biden. Shout outs. So finally, there's no couch creature, and then I hover over the video and look. Boom. She appears. What are these thumbnails? What is happening? The for Biden shred. Okay. I
Not
get
allowed
it.
to even see it.
I forbide you from ever playing this again. Actually, the title is The Forbade Shred, so he can't get it right even amongst himself. All right, let's go. Let's turn the lights on here. Sorry, I don't have nocturnal emission vision or whatever the fuck. Holy lard. I feel like I'm at the beach. I can see why Willie is free. The couch creatures never fucking end. And speaking of never ending, guys, we're going to go over to the Pod After Show in the Pizza Fund. Join us, podawful.pizza. Get immediate access to this Pod After Show where we're going to go over something very interesting to me. I think you're going to enjoy it. We have another creature to look at. In fact, the last time we looked at this creature, he was sinking deeper and deeper into a couch. Well, why hide it from you? Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about before we go over to the Pizza Fund. Here's a little video. Let's just play this and see what this is all about.
In Las Vegas, with Sam Hyde, Nick Rochford, Charles Carroll, and Chris Kattan.
Yeah! Yes! Holy shit, did you see his little mung bean body going across that stage? Oh my God. And this looks more shadowy to you. I can actually make him out a little bit better, but this is perfect. Him in silhouette. Oh.
The top of his chest moves before the rest of him.
Yeah, he's following his gut. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what is this? Perfect Guy Life podcast with special guest PodAwful Goon Chris Kattan.
All right.
Oh my God. And Couch Creature Kattan, KKK, by the way. That's how that's spelled. Don't think about it. Couch Creature Kattan's little teats are running over so much. I think I heard James get hard just now.
Chris, let's dig right into it. Let's go to usacrime.com, our homepage already. The sponsor of Skankfest, usacrime.com. I need to know what's happening in the world.
Best Score is closed down, so you got to go there.
Exactly. Yeah, Style Project is no more. I think they're probably still doing though. I think Style Project still exists.
Good. Ogreish is probably alive and well.
Chris, have you gone on Style Project lately?
No, I haven't. I can't wait though.
Let's
That is unreal. It's like, it's not, it feels fake. If Chris Kattan is like a Muppet come to life. This is like they had Swedish Chef on as the guest. He doesn't seem like he belongs in other people's realms like this. And I say that even though Chris Kattan has been inside the PodAwful realm, henchmen have seen him up close in real life, just as close as Sam and Charles are to Chris right there. So I guess the bit here is they're going to show Chris Kattan gore, and we will find out in the Pod After Show if that is as shocking or more shocking or less shocking than delivering him food. Which will he make a worse face at? You'll find out in the Pod After Show, and we cover it. Of course, this is a fucking video you can just see for free right now, I guess, on your own if you want to watch it. But if you like my commentary on it, you can join the Pizza Fund, PodAwful.pizza, get immediate access to this Pod After Show and all of our Pod After Shows. And depending on what level you join, many of our premium shows, our bonus shows, and our banned shows all over YouTube. We are not allowed to actually upload anything here. This stream you are watching right now is illegal. Join the Pizza Fund, support us, keep this going. PodAwful.pizza. Urkowit, you beat me to it. I was typing it in chat while talking, and you still managed to beat me to it. We'll see you over there in just a bit. We're going to get that all set up. Go hug the website until it dies. DDoS it, because that's been happening every single time. Everybody goes to run to watch the Pizza Fund, and then nobody can watch it. Get over there quick. PodAwful.pizza. We'll see you there. And I hope to see you guys for Awfulween, October 30th, this Wednesday, completely free here at awful.tube. Until next time, have an awful day. Keep uploading clips. YouTube hates it.
Oh, hooray, hoorah, kulu, kalay.